Hello, NFL fans, and welcome to the live stream of NFL UK Ops of the Buffalo Bills versus the Minnesota Vikings. So today, we're going to have a check and see how fit Josh Allen really is. He has been declared fit to play, but how bad is his elbow? We'll find out very shortly. Before we do get started, we just need to fight that subscribe button like Gronkowski and hit that like button like Henry. Thank you very much. Okay, so in today's game, we'd just like to get started with talking about where you're watching the game from. If you're watching this game, the Buffalo Bills versus the Minnesota Vikings, or are you watching one of the other early games? Let us know in the comments who your team is, where you're watching today's game. So let's take a look at today's matchup and today's inactives. So today's inactives, obviously, we've just talked about the fact that Josh Allen is fit for today's game. But the rest of the inactives, the Buffalo Bills are missing key players again in Jordan Poyer, Greg Rousseau, Kerr Elam as well. They were hoping to have Tre'Davious White back for this game, but he's not quite made it. Okay, so it'd be interesting to see how much Kirk Cousins and that Vikings offense can take advantage of that. On the other side, with the Vikings, not missing too many key pieces for them, so they'll be hoping that they can keep their winning streak going as well. Currently, the Buffalo Bills at 6-2 and the Minnesota Vikings at 7-1. So we'll see, can they keep, who's going to come out on top in this one. So, before we do get started, let us know what your thoughts are on in this game. So, who can you see coming out on top in this game? Do you think that the Buffalo Bills are going to come back after that disappointment of last week of losing to the Jets? Is Josh Allen going to be fit enough to play to bring the team a win in this one? Or are the Vikings going to keep on rolling? Obviously, the Vikings way ahead in their division in the NFC North. The Buffalo Bills are in a very tight AFC East with only 2 games separating the Patriots at the bottom and the Buffalo Bills at the top at the moment. So it'll be very interesting to see how today's game goes. It could have a massive impact on that division. We will see. Before we do go further into today's game, we do have a new video out today, which is based on the game, the international game in Germany between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Seattle Seahawks. So we talk about things that you need to know about Germany. And obviously next year there's going to be another game, an international game in Germany as well. So make sure you check that video out. The link to that video is in the comments up at the top. So please check that out. And also, if you do enjoy our comment, please make sure you do hit that subscribe button as well, because it does really help us out as well. So thank you very much. So if we have a look at our score predictions for this week. So our weekly score predictions. So a bad start for myself and for Mark again on Thursday Night Football, as the Panthers pulled out the win over their division rivals, the Atlanta Falcons. And we all went for the Buccaneers to beat the Seahawks. And for a long time in that game, the Buccaneers looked like they were dominating up until the end, where Tom Brady threw a late interception and the Seahawks and Geno Smith almost came all the way back. The final score in that one, 21-16. It looked like an amazing crowd in Germany. Apparently, over 3 million tickets could have been sold for that game. Obviously, only a 75,000-seater stadium, but it's the biggest NFL audience in Germany, in Europe as well. So lots and lots of people watching that game, and we're all scrambling for tickets again next year. So in this game, we have all gone again for the Buffalo Bills. That was obviously had a heavy weighting on the fact of Josh Allen playing in this one, which he does play in this one. It's just how bad is that elbow injury? We'll see if that does impact him during this game. There's also talks of this game featuring some snow as well. It does seem to be fairly clear skies, though, so there shouldn't be any snow, but it does look absolutely freezing there. So it'll be interesting to see how well both quarterbacks are able to throw the ball, or if this could be more of a rushing game. We will see. So just have a look at the early slate of games as well. They're going to be playing at the same time. So we've got the Detroit Lions going to be playing at the Chicago Bears, the Cleveland Browns at the Miami Dolphins, the Denver Broncos at the Tennessee Titans. Obviously in our game, we've got the Vikings at the Buffalo Bills. The Texans are away against the New York Giants, the Jacksonville Jaguars at the Kansas City Chiefs, and the New Orleans Saints at the Pittsburgh Steelers. So if you are watching any of those games, please let us know in the comments. All NFL fans are welcome. So please let us know. Keep us updated on what you see. Throughout this game, we'll keep an eye on the other scores in the NFL as they do start to have a big weighting on the teams that are going to be making their way into the playoffs and which teams are going to fall away towards the second half of this season. So it'll be very interesting early slate of games in this one. So just to remind you of the inactives in today's game. So the Buffalo Bills are going to be without key players, Jordan Poyer, Greg Rousseau, Kerr Elam, Tre'Davious White was not rule fit enough. Obviously, Josh Allen has made it, which is great news for that Buffalo Bills team. As for the Vikings, they'll be missing Cam Dantzler and Dalvin Tomlinson through injury, but not too many concerns for that team, who have managed to avoid a lot of key injuries this season. So we'll see how well that team is able to come up against this Buffalo Bills team. The Buffalo Bills obviously are 6-2 at the moment. Their only 2 defeats come in the games against the AFC East opponents in the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets. Surprising defeat last week against the New York Jets. The Minnesota Vikings only lost 1 game as well, so currently sitting at top of their division at 7-1. So we've got what should be a fantastic matchup in today's game. So we will see who is able to come out on top and really prove that they are Super Bowl contenders. Buffalo Bills were obviously touted as being a Super Bowl favorite before the season started, and have got off to a very good start. And now it's time for the Minnesota Vikings to prove that they are themselves in with a real shout and make it to the Super Bowl this season. So just to remind you, if you are watching this game, if you let us know where you're watching the game from, who your NFL team is, if it's the Buffalo Bills, is it the Vikings? Are you watching one of the other early games? Let us know. Has your team already played? Let us know how you thought the game in Germany went earlier as well, between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Seattle Seahawks. So the Buccaneers eventually came out on top in that one, 21-16. They did get out to an early lead in that one, but the Seahawks almost came back with a fourth quarter comeback, courtesy of a Tom Brady interception. They set up a tight finish, but the Buccaneers were able to hang on in the end and come away with a 21-16 win and extend their game win streak to 2 now. So they'll be looking to push on now, the Buccaneers, and make a run for the playoffs in what seems to be quite a poor NFC South division, a very, very tight NFC South division this year as well. The Seattle Seahawks, obviously a big surprise. They were touted to be finishing bottom of their division in the NFC West, but currently sit top. But now they've obviously lost that one. They're giving a chance for one of the other teams to come back and take top spots in the next couple of weeks. So it'll be interesting to see how that affects them down the stretch. So if you are watching this game, if you let us know in the comments what your score prediction is for this one. Do you see the Buffalo Bills being too strong at home against the Minnesota Vikings? Or is that injury to Josh Allen going to hamper that team? Are the Minnesota Vikings for real in this one? So we'll find out as we're just about ready for kickoff. And it's going to be the Vikings kicking off to the Buffalo Bills in this one.
Jimmy Bang Bang.
And the Buffalo Bills are going to return this one. And they make it to about their own 23. And so the Bills are going to come out led by Josh Allen, who is fit in this one. We've got the Bills taking the first snap. Pass from Josh Allen, quick. Out left to Stephon Diggs, who circles all the way back behind the line and now has to take a loss for 4 yards on this one. Quick out, pass out to Josh Allen from Josh Allen to Stephon Diggs, but it's a loss of 4 yards. So there's nowhere to go. So here we go. 2nd and 14 for the Bills. And it's a pass from Josh Allen for 5 yards. Up to Shakir. So here we go. The Bills with an early 3rd down in this one. So it's going to be a 3rd and 8 for the Bills. The clock looks like the clock's expired. I don't know if you got the timeout in time there. It is a delay of game, so that's going to cost them 5 yards. It's going to bring up 3rd and 13 now. Or did the coach get the timeout in time? So the Bills did get a timeout just in time, so it will be 3rd and 8, but they have had to burn an early timeout then. So 3rd and 8 early for the Buffalo Bills on their own 25-yard line. Josh Allen is shotgun, ready to take the snap. Takes the snap, steps back, throws out. Oh, and it's nearly intercepted, which what would have been a pick 6 for sure. It's a 3 and out for the Buffalo Bills to start the game. A great start for the Minnesota Vikings. The pass out from Josh Allen. The Vikings defender goes through one-handed. Sullivan unable to pull it in. If he had pulled it in, that would have surely been a pick 6. So they have to punt. And it's received at about the own 15-yard lines and returns. That's about a 6-yard return. So the Vikings will start around their own 21-yard line. A great start for the Vikings there. Well, the Vikings offense have just come out for their first possession in this one. So here we go. 1st and 10 for the Vikings, zone 25-yard line. It's going to be a pass from Cousins. It's battered down at the line. So that's going to be up 2nd and 10 for the Vikings. So 2nd and 10 for the Vikings on their own 25-yard line on their first possession. And the Vikings have had to take an early timeout. Sounds like the crowd were getting noisy there. And so both teams have had to burn a timeout within the first 2 minutes of this game. Just while we have got this break, if you are watching this game, let us know where you're watching this game from, who your team is. Is it the Bills? Is it the Vikings? Are you watching one of the other games, perhaps? Let us know in the comments who your team is, which game you're watching. Keep us updated in one of the other games if you are watching one of the other games. All NFL fans are welcome. So here we go. It's going to be 2nd and 10. Nice toss out to Dalvin Cook to the left. And he's stopped before he even gets back to the line. Great defense by the Bills. It's going to make up an early 3rd down for the Vikings as well. 3rd and 11. So it'll be 3rd and 11, 3rd and long for the Vikings. So can they convert, or are they also going to go three and out on their first possession? Kirk Cousins in the shotgun. He takes the snap. And he's got time to throw, and he finds Justin Jefferson, who's able to break out of a tackle. And he's still going all the way down to the 30-yard line of the Bills. Excellent from Justin Jefferson. He looked like he was covered pretty well by the Bills, but he was able to break out of a tackle and take it all the way down to the 30-yard line of the Bills. Should have been tackled around the halfway point there, but he's managed to make an extra 20 yards. So Vikings into field goal range already. Snap, handoff to Dalvin Cook, who managed to just about get back to the line on a run up the middle. So bring up 2nd and 9, just inside the Bills' 30-yard line. Kirk Cousins just changing the play. It's play action pass out to the right. And it's a short gain for the newly acquired TJ Hockenson there for about 5 yards. Really good pickup for the Minnesota Vikings, TJ Hockenson. Another weapon on offense. He actually leaped over a defender there and tackled in midair. So that's going to be up 3rd and short for the Minnesota Vikings. Just outside the red zone. Snap back. It's a lofted pass by Cousins. And he's found him. He's found Justin Jefferson in the end zone. And there's the gritty.
Oh, he's pulled the hamstring doing the gritty. He's pulled the hamstring doing the gritty.
Touchdown Vikings. Excellent lofted pass by Kirk Cousins. Finds Justin Jefferson in the end zone. And that is 6-0 to the Vikings. Great start from them away to the Buffalo Bills. Completely outmuscled Jackson. And so we've got the extra point pending. And it's straight down the middle. What a great start for the Minnesota Vikings. 7 up already. That's also good for me. I just remembered Kirk Cousins in my fantasy team, so that's excellent for me as well.
Do you reckon he was joking when he grabbed his hands?
I think so.
I hope so.
So just to remind you, while we're at a game break, let us know if you are watching this game, where you're watching today's game from, who your team is or who you're supported in this one. Obviously, as a Patriots fan, I'm wanting the Minnesota Vikings to come out on top in this one. But we will see. Let us know who you're watching. If you're watching this game, are you watching one of the other early games? Let us know in the comments. Also, let us know who do you have winning this game as well. What's your score prediction? We've got a clean slate of the Buffalo Bills coming out on top in this one. Now that Josh Allen has been declared fit, we expect the Buffalo Bills to win this one, but it's a great start for the Vikings. So Sally Kelly sort of said that money is on Buffalo Bills. We'll see what Josh Allen's arm is like on the second possession. I don't know if that sort of held him back on that pass that could have been intercepted. We'll have to have a look and see what it's like on this play, on this possession coming up. I've also got Andy loving the gritty, nice and early in this game. You never know, it might not be the last one. We'll have to wait and see, but it's a great start for the Vikings. And if you haven't yet seen today's, it was last night's video that we put on for the international game, make sure that you check that out. So if we're having a look at the game in Munich in Germany between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Seattle Seahawks, the game obviously is finished from earlier. The Buccaneers came out just about on top, 21-16, after a late fight back by the Seahawks. But we also dive deep into some of the key things in Germany as well. So there's a bit of comedy in there. So make sure you check that out. The comments has the link for that video. So please make sure that you do check that one out. And if you haven't already, please just make sure that subscribe button like Gronkowski and hit that like button like Henry. Thank you very much. Right, so it's going to be the Vikings kicking the ball back to Buffalo Bills. And it's a short kick, received on the 10-yard line. Returns. Oh, he's found some space. He's broken away. It's the kicker. And he's made it all the way back past halfway. A great return for the Bills and sets them up in excellent field position. So it's the Buffalo Bills starting in Viking territory on their second possession. Are the Bills able to respond to that 7-0 disadvantage they have at the moment? It's a play action from Josh Allen, steps back, short pass to Stephon Diggs, and he gains about 5 yards on that one, slips out of bounds, and there is a flag as well. We could be adding more yardage onto this one. So it's 1st and 10. And it is against the defense. So it's unnecessary roughness out of bounds right at the end of the play, dragging Stephon Diggs to the floor. So that could add on 15 yards and puts them on the Minnesota Vikings 25-yard line. Josh Allen in the shotgun. It's a handoff up the middle. Singletary makes 3 players miss, 4 players, and he's eventually dragged down on the 5-yard line. Excellent running by Singletary there. So Singletary managed to make 2, 3 players miss, and is eventually pulled down just inside the 5-yard line of the Vikings. Buffalo Bills looking to respond quick. So it's 1st and goal just inside the 5-yard line for the Bills. Nice handoff to Singletary up the middle, but he doesn't get anywhere. He gets stopped at the line. So it'll be 2nd and goal just inside the 5-yard line. So can the Buffalo Bills punch this in and tie the game? So here we go, 2nd and goal. It's a handoff again to Singletary up the middle. He's found a crease and he's into the end zone. And it's a touchdown for Devin Singletary. Excellent running from him on this drive. And that's pulled the Buffalo Bills to within 1 point pending the extra point. It's another quick handoff to Singletary. Finds space up the middle. Excellent blocking by the offensive line. And he's into the end zone. 7-6. Extra point coming. And it's through from Tyler Bass. So that pulls it to a 7-7 game. Excellent start from both teams. So here we go. 7-7. Just the sort of game that we hoped for. Just while we've got a game break, let's check out the scores in the other early games. So in our early games, the Bears have a 3-0 lead over the Detroit Lions. The Miami Dolphins are tied 7-7 with the Cleveland Browns. The Titans are still scoreless with the Denver Broncos. It's 7-7 in our game. The Giants have a 7-0 lead over the Houston Texans. Still no score in the Chiefs and Jaguars game, and no score in the Steelers and Saints game as well. If you are watching any of the other games, let us know in the comments how that game is going, if you support one of those teams as well. So Sally, who earlier predicted a Bills win, now predicted a 25-14 score. It's a good comeback there from the Bills after going 3 and out on their first possession. So correct to stick to your guns. We'll have to find out shortly. But much better from the Buffalo Bills. Had a great return on the kick return, set them up in Vikings territory, and were able to punch it in, mainly through Singletary there. So we'll see what the Vikings can do. They had an excellent possession on their first possession after a huge gain from Cousins to Jefferson, and eventually finished off with a Cousins to Jefferson again into the end zone. Can they repeat that? Obviously, the Buffalo Bills with a depleted secondary in this one, so we'll see if the Vikings and Kirk Cousins are able to exploit that. So Buffalo Bills are just lined up, ready to kick back to the Minnesota Vikings. And the kick is off. And it's into the end zone, taking a knee, and the Vikings will start on their own 25-yard line. The Vikings now starting their second possession after a touchdown on the first. So it's 1st and 10 on their own 25-yard line. See what they're able to do on their second possession. Oh, it's a toss play out. It looked like Cousins got his foot stepped on. Oh, he stepped on an offensive lineman's foot. He fell over, still tried to toss it back to Dalvin Cook. The ball came out, but they were able to dive on it and recover it. Let's take another look. Oh, so it was the right guard who stood on Kirk Cousins' foot, so he was unable to turn, but still tossed the ball out. Fumbled around, but Dalvin Cook was able to land on it. So it's 2nd and 15 now for the Vikings. Snap back to Cousins. Time to throw a short pass over the middle to Jefferson for a gain of only about 4 yards. That's going to be 3rd and long. It was on 3rd and long that the massive connection happened on their first possession from Cousins to Jefferson. They go quickly to the line. They've obviously seen something they like. Back to Cousins. Time to throw. It's a short pass to Dalvin Cook. Makes one player miss. And it's very close to a first down. He hasn't quite made it. It'll be 4th and 1. Do the Vikings line up to go for it? No, they don't. The punting team comes out. So Dalvin Cook almost managed to convert on 3rd and long there. Fell just a yard short. So the punt is up from the Vikings. Oh, the ball bounces, picked up by the newly acquired Hines, who managed to gain about 5 yards on the return. So the Vikings will be coming back out for their 3rd possession of this quarter after scoring a touchdown on their last one. So 7-7 in our game. After the Bills went 3 and out on their first possession, the Vikings scored a touchdown from the connection from Kirk Cousins to Justin Jefferson. The Bills answered back immediately on their next possession with a run from Devin Singletary. The Vikings went 3rd and out on their next possession. And now the Buffalo Bills are going to start their 3rd possession now in this quarter. So we'll see if there's any score updates in our other games. So the Lions have managed to tie the game up with the Bears. So it's now 3-3 in that one. The Dolphins and Browns are tied at 7 apiece. Still no score in the Titans and Broncos game. 7-7 in our game. The Giants still hold a 7-0 lead over the Texans. The Chiefs and Jaguars are tied at 0. And the Steelers have taken the lead over the New Orleans Saints, 7-0. So the result, obviously, in our earlier game was 21-16 to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Germany over the Seattle Seahawks. If you did watch that game, let us know your thoughts on that game. A game dominated pretty much by the Buccaneers all the way until the fourth quarter, where it looked like the Seahawks might actually come back and sneak it. But the Buccaneers were able to hold on in that one. So we'll see what the Bills are able to do on their next possession. So here we go. The Bills, 1st and 10 on their own 30-yard line. It's going to be a pass by Josh Allen. A lofted pass. And he finds Gabriel Davis. So the ball has come out.
He had control.
It looked like he was down by contact, though. For about 15-yard gain, that one. Well, it's close to a 20-yard gain. He was definitely down by contact as well. So a good start on this drive for the Buffalo Bills. The connection from Josh Allen to Gabriel Davis. So right up around halfway. Snap back to Josh Allen. It's a sweep left. But no gain there. All the way out to the sideline. Well defended by the Vikings. So that'll bring up 2nd and 11. Snap back to Allen. Handoff to Singletary. Finds a crease again. Excellent running by Singletary. Gains 8 yards. Really strong start on the run game for Singletary in this one. Already has a touchdown. That's going to be up 3rd and short for the Bills. Straight up to the line as well. So 3rd and 4. Can they convert? It's going to be a pass from Josh Allen. Quick out to the right. And it's a catch. And it's a catch by McKenzie for a 1st down for the Bills. They keep the drive going. Got to say, Josh Allen's elbow looks okay to me. That's going to be 1st and 10 for the Buffalo Bills. It's going to be a pass from Josh Allen on 1st and 10. Scrambles out to the right. Finds a wide open Stephon Diggs. It's going to take the Buffalo Bills into the red zone. Absolutely wide open on the sideline. Excellent route by Stephon Diggs. Patrick Peterson had no idea where he was going. So right on the edge of the red zone for the Buffalo Bills now. 1st and 10. It's a handoff left to Singletary, but he is stuffed this time. First time they've really been able to stop him at the line, the Vikings. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10. Is that a bit of snow I see? Have potentially forecast snow and rain in this one. It's definitely at least sleet. Snap back to Josh Allen. And he's fired right at the edge of the end zone to Gabriel Davis, who's high. He was unable to bring it in. And he's now hobbling off Gabriel Davis. Fired in there from Josh Allen. Oh, and just broke through the fingertips of Gabriel Davis, who was right on the edge of the end zone. So it's bring up 3rd and 11 for the Bills just outside the red zone. Snap back to Josh Allen. Scrambles up and he takes off. Puts his shoulder down, spins, and makes the first down. Typical Josh Allen. So hard to bring down once he gets going. Takes a pile of Vikings with him and makes the first down. Managed to find a lane. Managed to roll a pile. And just gain the first down. Excellent running from Josh Allen. So it should be 1st and goal for the Bills. Toss out right. Oh, and he dived in. And it's just stepped out of the one. He dived for the pylon in the corner. Does he get inside? Does he step out? Oh, it's going to be close. Where is the ball in relation to the end zone? It was very close. Where is the ball? You can't see from the pylon cam. So the Bills will be 2nd and goal from inside the one. Sweep out right to Singletary. And he finds a crease and it is a touchdown for the Bills. Touchdown, and he's 2nd of the day for Devin Singletary. Excellent running again. After going 3 and out on their first possession, the Bills, they've really ramped it up on their 2nd and 3rd possessions. 2 rushing touchdowns now for Devin Singletary. The Vikings are really finding it hard to stop. The extra point is up and through from Tyler Bass. And that takes the score to 14-7. $14-7 to the Bills. Just remind you, if you have joined us, welcome to NFL UKOPS Live. We're watching the Buffalo Bills versus the Minnesota Vikings. If you are a fan of one of these teams, let us know in the comments. If you are watching one of the other games, let us know as well in the comments. Keep us updated in what's happening in your game, who you support, where you're watching the game from. If you haven't already, just make sure that you like that subscribe button like Gronkowski and hit that like button like Henry. Thank you very much. Always appreciated. So in our game, the Buffalo Bills have taken a 14-7 lead over the Vikings. In the other games at the moment, the Lions are tied at 3 apiece with the Bears. The Chiefs have taken the lead 7-0 over the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Browns are tied with the Dolphins 7 apiece. The Texans are behind to the Giants 7-0. The Steelers have taken a 7-0 lead over the Saints. And the Broncos and Titans are scoreless in their game. So how this game has started is everything that we hoped for, especially as a neutral in this game. We've got 21 points in the first quarter and both offenses looking very, very good. I've got to say that Josh Allen looks like the elbow is not bothering him at all. He's able to fire the ball in. He's not scared in taking off, especially on that last drive where he was able to make 10 yards for a first down inside the red zone, which is excellent news for the Buffalo Bills and not good news for the Minnesota Vikings. So we'll see, are the Minnesota Vikings able to answer in this one? Or is this going to be a runaway for the Buffalo Bills now? So the Bills are lined up to kick back to the Vikings. 14-7 in this game. And it goes all the way into the end zone. And the Vikings will start from their own 25-yard line, looking to answer back. So 1st and 10 for the Vikings. 1 minute, just over 1 minute left in this quarter. It's a sweep right for Dalvin Cook. Excellent running from Cook there. Managed to make 11 yards and a first down for the Vikings. Exactly what they needed. There's definitely a bit of snow falling there. The Vikings getting lined up quickly. Kirk Cousins changing the play. Nice play action pass from Cousins. Looking deep. Oh, and he's intercepted on the 40-yard line. Returned by the Bills. Still going. All the way back down to the 25-yard line of the Vikings. Just overthrew his receiver. And that could be a very costly mistake in this one. The Bills in excellent field position already. Seemed to just loft the pass over his receiver's head there. He was definitely open, the receiver, but he's thrown it too far, too high. It was the right pass. He just didn't make it. Return all the way down to the Vikings 25-yard line as well. So just outside the 25-yard line, the Bills start. It's a quick throw out left to Moss. Makes a player miss, dives towards the first down. And that's going to end the first quarter. The Buffalo Bills in excellent field position now inside the red zone with a 14-7 lead. So while we're on the game break, if you have just joined us, make sure that you let us know where you're watching today's game from, if you're watching this game or if you're watching one of our other games. If you are a Bills fan, how are you enjoying this game so far? It does seem to be going pretty well for you after a slow start. Vikings fans, having a great season so far at 7-1. Are you able to come back from that interception, or is this going to be a runaway game now for the Bills? Let us know in the comments. If you haven't already, make sure you check out our video we put on last night looking at the Germany international game between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Seattle Seahawks. We also have a look at things that you need to know about Germany. Obviously, Germany have partnered with the NFL and now going to be hosting another game as well next year. So check that out and things that you need to know. The link for that video is in the comments as well up at the top. So make sure you do check that out. If you haven't already, make sure for our channel that you like and subscribe as well, so you don't miss out on any of our daily NFL content. So, of course, in our game now, we've got 14-7 game to the Buffalo Bills. And now in excellent position, already in field goal position, to add more points to their total. So now at the end of the first quarter, let's have a look at what the scores are in our other early games. So the Bears are tied up with the Lions 3-3. And the Dolphins are tied up 7-7 with the Browns. Titans tied 0-0 with the Broncos. The Giants, Chiefs, and Steelers all lead 7-0 against their respective teams. So 1st and 10 for the Bills. Just inside the red zone. It's a handoff, but no gain for Moss there. For Cook, sorry. So that's going to be up 3rd and 1 for the Bills. So 3rd and 1 for the Bills, just inside the red zone. It's a handoff up the middle, makes a player miss, and gains the 1st down. That was Duke Johnson up the middle. That's going to be 1st and 10 for the Bills. So showing that the Bills have been in the red zone twice today and scored 2 touchdowns, 2 Devin Singletary runs. It's handoff up the middle with trips. So his handoff to Singletary up the middle, but he trips straight away. I don't know if he tripped over Josh Allen. So that could be 2nd and 11. So 2nd and 11 for the Bills. Snap back to Josh Allen. His battered pass. It's battered up in the air and looked like Diggs was still going to catch it. Then he battered it up in the air for the Vikings defender to bat it up in the air as well. And it somehow falls incomplete. Could have been a reception, could have been an interception. So the ball hit an offensive lineman's helmet. It ended up being good defending by Diggs, actually. He managed to bat the ball out of the Vikings' secondary's hand.
Well,
It's going to be 3rd and 11. And it's back to Allen. And he throws it over the head of his receiver. That's going to bring up 4th and 11. And the field goal team will be coming out. So we've got a 34-yard field goal attempt for Tyler Bass. And the kick is up straight down the middle. And it's 3 more points for the Bills. Ends up being a decent stop for the Vikings after that interception from Cousins. It does extend the lead to 17-7. So just scores updates. The Dolphins have added a field goal onto their score, so it's now 10-7 over the Cleveland Browns. And the Steelers have also added a field goal, so now they lead 10-0 over the New Orleans Saints in their game. Still no score in the Broncos and Titans game. So we'll see, in our game, can the Minnesota Vikings come back after that Kirk Cousins interception? The pressure is starting to build on them. They need to get something going on this drive. They need to get points, or this could quite easily get out of hand, and the Buffalo Bills could easily run away with this one. So we'll see. Can they answer back? Can Kirk Cousins get that interception out of his head? And can he lead them on a scoring drive on this next possession? You feel like they do need to score at least a field goal on this one.
He's so sleeping with that. He is.
Oh, and it's just showing that the snow is really falling now at Orchard Park. They did forecast some snow. It did seem to be quite clear when the game started, but now it is really, really snowing. Of course, the Buffalo Bills will be used to that. As a kick is off. It's a short kick again. Found a crease. And an excellent return for the Vikings all the way up to halfway. That's the second good return in this game. So a short kick to about the 5-yard line. Found a crease up the middle. And returned all the way up to the halfway. So can the Vikings, in good starting field position, can they score on this drive? Can they bring themselves closer to the Buffalo Bills? So 1st and 10. It's play action pass from Kirk Cousins. Quick out to Hockenson for about a 3-yard gain.
Is this the same place that you're showing snow? That makes sense.
So 2nd and 8 coming up for the Minnesota Vikings. Really need some points on this drive. 17 unanswered for the Buffalo Bills now. It's 2nd and 8. Just inside their own half. And it's a play action pass from Kirk Cousins. Plenty of time out to his right. Tucks the ball, but only gains 1 yard. Plenty of time to throw. Obviously had nothing downfield.
That was a Matt Jones, man.
And Matt Jones would have slid.
Yeah.
So 3rd down now. You feel like the Vikings, they need this. They need to convert on this 3rd down. You have plenty of time to throw on the bootleg. Really good defending there by the Buffalo Bills. He had nowhere to go and only gains 1 yard on the ground. 3rd and 7. Just inside their own half, the Vikings. Takes the snap. Time to throw. Throws over the middle. And an excellent catch.
Massive
Justin
try,
Jefferson. And that's a 1st down into Buffalo Bills territory. There's a guy that you want to go to on 3rd down. It's definitely Justin Jefferson. Could quite easily be roughing the passer at the end there. He seemed to get dragged down after he'd thrown it. I think that should have been roughing the passer. But just what the Vikings needed. It's a handoff up the middle. Dalvin Cook.
Wow. It's good.
It wasn't Cook, actually. So it's Mattison. Mattison on the run there. Gained about 8 yards. Good hard running. 9 yards again. So it's 2nd and 1. Exactly what the Vikings need.
I'll do that. We're behind.
So a 2nd and 1. His handoff up the middle to Mattison again. And he gains the 1st down for the Bills. So the Vikings, sorry. So that's going to be 1st and 10 for the Minnesota Vikings now, looking to add to their total of 7. Which seems like a long time ago. They scored on their first possession. Cousins to Justin Jefferson. But then it's been 17 unanswered points from the Bills. Ball snapped back to Cousins. Looking for the pass out to the left, but it was tipped. Will now bring up 2nd and 10. So 2nd and 10. Cousins fired it in. Excellent defending.
Looked a bit low.
Excellent defending by Tremaine Edmonds. Big-bodied linebacker. So that's going to bring up a very important 3rd down now. So 3rd and 10. Just outside the red zone. Justin Jefferson pump fake. Cousins pump fake. Excellent pass play. Right down inside the 5-yard line of the Bills now. Quick double move on the outside. Left the defender. Yes, all the way down to the 2-yard line. So 1st and goal for the Vikings. Really good response from them. And the snap just before the clock runs out, but the handoff is met immediately by the Bills' defense. That's going to push them about 5 yards back. So lost a lot of yards there. So 2nd and goal for the Vikings on about the 7-yard line. Snap back to Cousins. Lofted into the end zone. And it was very close to being an interception. There is a flag. That could be offensive pass interference there in the end zone. We'll find out. Looking for Hockenson in the end zone. Well read by the defender. And I think it's going to be offensive pass interference, this. Bills defender read it very well and looked like a surefire pick. But it is pass interference on the offense. So it's going to be a 15-yard penalty. That's going to push them well back. Now, it was really well read by the defender, and Hockenson ended up interfering to stop the clear interception. So it's going to be a 2nd and goal for the Vikings. It's a long way out now.
22.
So on around the 17-yard line. Snap back to Cousins. Quick pass to Mattison. He managed to work his way back inside the 10. Really important 3rd down. The Vikings will want to score a touchdown now.
They're going to go for it.
They did have the ball all the way down on the 2-yard line. Got pushed right back. Now it's on around the 8. So 3rd and goal on the 8-yard line of the Bills. Can they get into the end zone? Snap back to Cousins. Got time to throw. It's a lofted pass into the end zone. Up for Hockenson. And he was unable to pull it in. He's been interfered with. But he's unable to pull it in. It's going to be fourth down. Really high lofted pass. Good move by Hockenson. He does get pulled. Hockenson, I think, had a case. He does get pulled back. It does get both hands to it, though, Hockenson, and almost pulls it in anyway. But that was definitely pass interference. Here we go. 27-yard field goal attempts now. And it is straight down the middle. So they do add 3 to their total, but probably should have had more. So 17-10 now to the Bills. They cut the lead down to 7, but they would have been hoping for more. Having had the ball 1st and goal from the 2-yard line, they'd been hoping to punch it in from there. A big offensive pass interference call pushed them back. But they just didn't get the call in the end zone themselves.
2 minutes behind.
So let's have a look at the scores in our other early games. So the Lions are leading now over the Chicago Bears 10-3. The Dolphins still lead 10-7 over the Browns. Titans and Broncos still scoreless in their game. 17-10 in our game to the Buffalo Bills. The Texans have got on the board, but still trail 7-3 against the Giants. The Kansas City Chiefs now a 14-0 lead over the Jacksonville Jaguars. And the Steelers hold a 10-0 lead over the New Orleans Saints. So that was a good response from the Minnesota Vikings on that drive. They will probably be a bit disappointed having got all the way down to the 2-yard line and not able to punch it in for a touchdown. But it was important they got on the board with some points there because the Bills won a 17 unanswered points streak there. So they really needed to get some points. But can the Bills extend their lead now on their next possession? They have looked excellent running the ball and passing the ball in this game. So we go. The Vikings are lined up ready to kick it to the Bills. So we go 17-10 to the Bills. The Vikings are just about to kick it off back to the Bills. It's a bounce to the receiver, scoops it up on his own 1 yard line and gets thrown down on his own 10. Good coverage by the Viking special teams. So the Buffalo Bills will be starting on their own 10-yard line. So can the Vikings get a stop on this drive? Can they force a 3 and out, get the ball in good field position themselves with opportunity to tie it before halftime? So 1st and 10 from their own 10 for the Buffalo Bills. And it's a handoff again to Singletary up the middle. Gains about a yard before he's tackled down. Second and 8 for the Bills. Snap back to Josh Allen. Finds Gabriel Davis for about an 7-yard gain. It's going to bring up a long 3rd and 1, I think. So 3rd and 2. So can the Vikings get off the field? They line straight up the Bills. Can they convert this 3rd and 2? Just inside their own 20. Snap back to Josh Allen. Looks around, scrambles out to the right. Evades 2 diving defenders and finds a receiver on the sideline, McKenzie, for a 1st down. There's not many quarterbacks in this league that can do what he's just done there.
Apart from Mahomes.
Stands in, scrambles out to the right, evades 2 diving defenders and fires the ball to McKenzie for a 1st down on the sideline. Excellent play by Josh Allen. He doesn't seem to be struggling at all with this elbow injury. So 1st and 10. It's McKenzie sweep to the right. And he's still going for about 15-yard gain. The Vikings are struggling to stop this Buffalo Bills offense at the moment. So the Buffalo Bills again moving the ball. So we go, the Buffalo Bills on their own 42-yard line, 1st and 10. Play action pass from Josh Allen. And it's a pass to Dawson Knox. And that's going to be another 1st down. Vikings are really struggling on defense now. No answers for Josh Allen. Buffalo Bills have scored 17 points on their last 3 possessions. Looking to add more points on this possession. Great catch by Dawson Knox.
Yeah. Wide receivers are playing really well.
So into the Vikings territory now, the Bills. Empty backfield for Josh Allen. Snap back. Scramble out to the right. Fake pump. And Josh Allen scrambles for the 1st down himself. So we'll see, can the Buffalo Bills add to their already 7-point lead? So difficult to stop Josh Allen. If you play excellent coverage, he can still beat you with his legs. So 2nd and 1 now for the Bills, just outside the 30-yard line of the Vikings. Snap back to Allen, handoff up the middle to Singletary. And the ball comes out. Was he down? He has fumbled. The Vikings have scooped it up and are returning it the other way. Josh Allen actually makes a tackle. Was he down? Was he down by contact, Singletary? I think Singletary was just about down. I think that Singletary was just about down.
Does he have control of the ball at that point?
Is the ball out? I think still got it. I don't think that's a turnover.
He's left out.
But the referees let it play, so is there enough evidence for them to overturn? They've ruled it a fumble. It looks like he's still got the ball, lands on the Vikings defender, and then you can't see where the ball is. And then the ball comes out. I think he's down by contact. So we'll have a look. The booth are reviewing. So the booth are going to review this one as it's turnover. So we have Damage. Thank you very much for joining the chat. So we have Josh Allen, his class. Wish the Raiders had a QB of his quality. Are we not happy with the quarterback that you've currently got? Let us know what you think of Derek Carr and how what your thoughts are on the Raiders' season so far. I mean, they were obviously favoured to have a very good season. They seem to have a high-powered offense, pulling in new pieces around the team led by McDaniels. What do you reckon? Are the Raiders going to be able to make it back? Are they going to be able to force a playoff position going forward, do you think? Just let us know what your thoughts are on Derek Carr and the Raiders' season so far. While we are at the game break, if anybody else that is just joining us, make sure you let us know if you are watching this game. If you are watching this game, let us know where you're watching the game from, who your team is. Are you a Vikings fan, Bills fan? Are you watching one of the other games in the early games? Has your team already played? Let us know in the comments. Every NFL fan is absolutely welcome to join us and join the chat. So I do encourage you to do that. So Andy said that Carr and Adams, McDaniels, I thought they might have won the Super Bowl. They seem to have the pieces there. It just seems to something just isn't clicking. I mean, they've got a game today against the Indianapolis Colts under new interim head coach Jeff Saturday. You know, they'll be expected to win that one at home. I think there might be an absolute breakdown in the Raiders organization if they lose that game today at home to the Colts. But we'll have to wait and see. Be interesting. McDaniels has been given opportunities as head coach in the past. Maybe it's just not the position for him. He's been so successful as the offensive coordinator for the Patriots, but has not been able to prove himself as a head coach. So we'll see how that one does turn out for the Raiders. So back to our game, 17-10 to the Vikings, and a big call coming up here. If the Vikings have forced the turnover, and they'll have an opportunity to potentially tie the game before halftime. I personally think he's down by contact, but the referees did call it a fumble. So now it's down to whether there's enough evidence to overturn it. I think he's still got the ball as his elbow hits. Then the ball comes out. I think his elbow is already down. So we'll see. Are they going to stick with the on-field decision? Here we go. And they've stuck with their call. That's not going to be popular in this stadium. And now the Vikings have the ball in excellent field position and a chance to tie the game before half-time. So it's going to be the Vikings now with the ball and a chance to tie the game before half-time. So we go, the Vikings already close to field goal range.
Don't want to go too fast, otherwise the Buffalo Bills will come back in.
Looks like a heavy run formation, this one. But it is play action pass. Quick pass out left to Thielen. Dives down for about 5-yard gain for the Vikings. It'll be second down for the Vikings. Looking to try and tie this game up before halftime. Just outside the 30-yard line of the Bills. Snap back to Cousins. Quick pass out to the right. Diving for the first down. I think he might just be a little short. So he's going to bring up 3rd and short, 3rd and 1 for the Vikings. They don't have to snap the ball before the 2-minute warning here. I think they will run it down. And they do. They try to make the Bills jump, but that does take us to the 2-minute warning. Fantastic game now. After that turnover, the Vikings have got excellent field position and a chance to try and tie the game before halftime. So while we are at the 2-minute warning, we'll check in on the other scores in the early games. If you are watching any of the other games, let us know in the comments, how is that game going? If you are a fan of one of those teams, let us know how your team is playing. So in the game between the Bears and Lions, the Bears have tied that game up to 10 apiece now in that one with the Lions at halftime. So Bears 10, Lions 10 at halftime. The Dolphins still lead 10-7 over the Browns, but they are in the red zone, looking to add to their total. 30 seconds left in that half. The Broncos have taken the lead over the Titans. Finally, some points in that game, so they lead 7-0 in that game. It's 17-10, of course, in our game to the Buffalo Bills. The New York Giants still have a 7-3 lead over the Houston Texans. The Kansas City Chiefs lead 14-0 over the Jacksonville Jaguars. And the Saints have now finally got on the board, but still trail 10-3 against the Pittsburgh Steelers. So we'll see, can the Minnesota Vikings convert on this and add a touchdown on this drive? That'll be a massive momentum swing in this half, which they could have quite easily found themselves 24-10 down at halftime, but now they have a chance to score a touchdown and go in at halftime tied 17 apiece. So 3rd and 1. Snap back to Cousins. It's going to be a pass play. Launched up in the air to Jefferson, but the ball is too high. It falls out of bounds. It's incomplete. Will the Vikings risk it? Will they go for it on 4th and 1? Good defending by the Bills. There's no way he was going to bring that in and get 2 feet down. So 4th and 1, they are going to go for it. And why not? Being unable really to stop this Buffalo Bills offense in this game. It is a long one. Snap back to Cousins. Pass over the middle. It's incomplete. It could be an interception. Either way, it's an incomplete, so it's not going to be a conversion for the Vikings, and they come up empty. Great stand by the Buffalo Bills. And that momentum the Vikings had just gained from that turnover has just been dashed. Great defending by the Buffalo Bills defender there. Gets his hand in to stop the completion. And the Bills get the ball back. And they've still got 1 minute and 45 on the clock. They've got a chance themselves now to go down and get some points before halftime. So we go. So it's 1st and 10 now. So it's got 1 minute and 50. They've had 5 seconds back on. So 1 minute and 50, just inside their own 30-yard line. Josh Allen takes a snap, makes a player miss, makes 2 players miss. He's off on the run. He's still going. Lowers his shoulder.
Unbelievable.
And takes it into Vikings territory. There's not too many quarterbacks that can do what he's just done there. He makes 2 players miss in the pocket and then dashes up the middle and still lowers his shoulder. And they're into Vikings territory. Vikings need a stop. Snap back to Josh Allen. Pass out left. Caught by Stephon Diggs. And that's another 1st down. Still over 1 minute left.
2 timeouts.
Just outside the 30-yard line of the Vikings. They are letting the clock run a little bit. They do have 2 timeouts left. Takes the snap, Josh Allen. Quick pass over the middle to Gabriel Davis, and it's another 1st down over the middle into the red zone. And they do take a timeout with 39 seconds left. How costly could that be, that possession of the Vikings be, not getting any points on that last drive? It's got the potential for the Buffalo Bills to go in at 24-10 after all. The Vikings defense have got no answer for Josh Allen and this offense at the moment. So just we're going into halftime. Can the Vikings find a way to stop Josh Allen and this offense and limit them to a maximum of field goal attempts here? They really, really need to. The Vikings do get the ball after halftime. So if they can get a stop, or if they can limit them to a field goal attempt here, they've got a chance of getting back into the game in the second half. So we've got 39 seconds left in this quarter. Bills 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Scrambled out by Josh Allen. Quick pass out to the right. Again to Stephon Diggs for a 5-yard gain. That'll stop the clock as well. So they've still got 33 seconds left. So here we go. Just outside the 10-yard line of the Vikings. The Bills 2nd and 4. Snap back to Josh Allen. Lofted up into the end zone. Did Gabriel Davis get his feet in? It's been given. And that is a Bills touchdown. Just what the Vikings really did not need before halftime. The momentum in this one has completely swung again. And from the point of the Vikings potentially going into this half at 17 apiece, they now look like they're going to be going in down 24-10. Excellent catch by Gabriel Davis just inside the pylon. And it's now going to be extra point coming up. And it's through from Tyler Bass. 24-10. And just when you thought that the Vikings were going to come back in this game after the turnover on the fumble from Singletary, got it into the Bills' red zone, unable to convert a fourth down, the Bills go all the way up the other end and score a touchdown. And now 24-10, they lead. It's about 28 seconds left in the half. The Vikings do have 2 timeouts. How far are they going to push it now before halftime? They do get the ball after halftime. So just about ready to kick off. And the ball goes into the end zone. So the Vikings will start from their own 25. How much are they going to push it? You feel with 28 seconds and 2 timeouts, you could do with trying to get at least a field goal before half time to go back in with some momentum, because it's all with the Bills at the moment. So 28 seconds left. The Vikings with the ball on their own 25-yard line. 2 timeouts. Snap back to Cousins. Low pass over the middle. Falls incomplete. That takes 5 seconds off the clock as well. So I'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Comment on Josh Allen.
So 2nd and 10 for the Vikings. Snap back to Cousins. Short pass to Dalvin Cook. Makes 1, 2 players miss and then dives down. Looks like they're content to go into halftime. Or is he trying not to waste too much time, Dalvin Cook there? Giving himself up in the middle. They do take a timeout. Dalvin Cook obviously realised he wasn't going too far. Didn't want to waste too much more time. Slid down. So that brings up 3rd and 8, though, for the Vikings. 14 seconds left and 1 timeout. Can they somehow find a way to make a big gain here? I think they need a 20 to 30-yard pass play to give themselves a chance of points before halftime. So here we go. Cousins take the snap. Big pass over the middle. Oh, it could have easily been intercepted. That would have been potentially game over. 2 Buffalo Bills defenders went for it, but weren't able to come down for it with it. And that's going to be 4th and 8. It's going to be a punt for the Vikings. Was looking for Thielen. Thielen was in between 2 players. So Thielen was in between 2 Buffalo Bills defenders, had no chance of getting the ball, and it could have quite easily been picked off by Edmonds. So it's going to be a Vikings punt. And the kick is up. It's a very high kick. It takes a good bounce for them, bounces into the arms of the returner, who gains another 5 yards, but that will run the clock right down. So we're going to halftime with the Bills leading 24-10. So at halftime, we have the Buffalo Bills 24-10 lead over the Minnesota Vikings. So a very good point from Mark Hunt as well. If this is Josh Allen hurt, I'd hate to see what he can do when he's healthy. Yeah, there's not many players that can do what Josh Allen has done in this first half. Especially playing hurt. If he is hurt, he's definitely not showing it. He's zipping the ball in on throws. He's lowering his shoulder on runs. He's not showing any signs of being hampered by that elbow injury at all. So we'll have to wait and see if the Vikings can find a way to stop in the second half, because they've had no answer whatsoever to them since that first possession. So let us know, Mark, who your team is as well if you're watching our game. Thank you very much, obviously, for joining us. Let us know who your team is. Are you a Bills-Vikings fan as well? Where you're watching the game from? So it's 24-10 in our game. So as it is halftime, we're going to take a short break. And while we are on our break, we have got a short quiz for you to do as well, just to test your NFL knowledge. So if you want to have a go with that, we've got 7 questions for you. The answer comes up after 30 seconds per question as well. So have a go at that. And then let us know how you did in the comments. So I'll see you in 5 minutes. So hello and welcome back. So let us know if you did do the quiz. Let us know in the comments how you did in that. So we're going to have a look at the other halftime scores from the early games before we talk about our game. So in the other early games, the Chicago Bears are drawing 10-10 with the Detroit Lions. The Miami Dolphins have a 17-7 lead over the Cleveland Browns. The Broncos are leading the Tennessee Titans 10-0 in that one. In our game, we have a 24-10 lead to the Buffalo Bills over the Minnesota Vikings. The New York Giants lead 7-3 over the Houston Texans at halftime. Kansas City Chiefs 20-7 up over the Jacksonville Jaguars. And the Saints have managed to tie the game with the Steelers just before halftime. So it's 10-10 in that game at halftime as well. If you are watching any of those games, please let us know in the comments how your team is performing or how that game is going. All NFL fans are welcome to comment and join the chat. So please let us know in the comments how your team is performing. And if you have just joined us, if you let us know as well where you're watching this game from, if you're watching our game, the Bills against the Vikings, or if you're watching one of the other early games, let us know which game you're watching and which team you're supporting as well. How is your team going on? So just also make you aware as well that we released a video yesterday focusing on the game in Germany, the international game between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Seattle Seahawks. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers won today in Munich 21-16. They led for the majority of the game, and a late fight back from the Seattle Seahawks fell just short. We also talk about the things that you need to know about Germany, some interesting, some funny facts about Germany in that video, so make sure you check it out. The link to that video is in the description as well. And if you haven't already, please make sure spike that subscribe button like Gronkowski and hit that like button like Henry. That's greatly appreciated. So in our game at halftime, we have a 24-10 lead for the Buffalo Bills over the Minnesota Vikings. If you let us know if you are watching that game, what your thoughts are. So after the Vikings were able to force a 3-and-out on the first Bills possession and then go down and score a touchdown themselves, Cousins to Justin Jefferson touchdown, they've had no answer whatsoever to Josh Allen and this offense. The Bills scored 17 points unanswered before the Vikings were able to add 3 onto their score. And just as it looked like momentum was about to fall into the Vikings' hands after a turnover, a Devin Singletary fumble, the Vikings failed on a 4th down conversion in the red zone. The Bills took the ball back, worked their way all the way back up the field, and a touchdown from Josh Allen to Gabriel Davis extended the lead to 24-10. So it's going to be interesting to see what the Vikings have planned in the second half and how they're going to stop that Buffalo Bills offense in the second half, because they've had really no answers after that first possession. So the Vikings do get the ball back to start this second half. But how much will that touchdown before halftime, if not the stuffing out of them, will they have an answer? We'll have to wait and see. So a question we were talking about before the game started was about how much Josh Allen's injury, that elbow injury, picked up against the loss, in the loss to the New York Jets last week. How much was that going to hamper him in this game? Well, the answer to that is resounding no issue whatsoever, because he's been able to zip passes in like the Josh Allen that we know. He's been able to run with the ball, take off, lower his shoulder, take hits, So it doesn't seem to be hampering him whatsoever. We know that Josh Allen is a tough player anyway, but it was bad news, obviously, for the Vikings because they've been unable to stop Josh Allen and that Buffalo Bills offense in the first half. So if you are watching one of the other games, let us know what your thoughts are on the other games at halftime. Let us know which team it is that you are supporting. Is it the Buffalo Bills? Is it the Vikings? If it's the Bills, obviously you've got to be happy with how the first half has gone. If it is the Vikings, let us know, can the Vikings come back in this one? Is there a way back? Are they going to be able to stop Josh Allen? Are they going to be able to scheme something up at halftime to slow down this Buffalo Bills offense that has run wild, really, over the last few possessions? So as we're just about to go and start the second half, just to remind you on the scores in the other games as we get into the second half of the NFL season and start looking at which teams are going to be pushing for those playoff positions and which teams are perhaps pretenders and will fall away in the second half of the season. So our earlier game results between the Buccaneers and Seahawks. So the Buccaneers won 21-16 in Germany. The Bears have just retaken the lead against the Lions, 17-10 in that game, in that divisional matchup in the NFC North. The Dolphins have extended their lead in their game to 24-7 now, so running away with that one. The Titans have finally got on the board in their game, so they now they now trail 10-7 in their game. The Buffalo Bills are leading 24-10 in our game. The New York Giants 7-3 lead over the Houston Texans. At halftime, the Chiefs lead 27 over the Jaguars, and the Steelers and Saints are all tied up at 10 apiece. So the second half, it just kicked off. The Vikings will possess the ball first. So here we go, what the Vikings got schemed up for this third quarter. It's a handoff to Dalvin Cook, first of all, for 3 yards up the middle. So 2nd and 7. It's a pass from Kirk Cousins out wide. And, of course, it's to Justin Jefferson. Great catch on the sideline. And that's going to bring up a first down. Good start for the Vikings. Great catch by Justin Jefferson on the sideline. So 1st and 10 for the Vikings. It's a handoff to Dalvin Cook. Finds a crease. Gains about 4 yards. The Vikings, you feel, need to be scoring on this drive. Good hard running by Dalvin Cook for 4 yards. So it's for 2nd and 5, just inside their own half for the Vikings. It's play action pass. And the pass is just out in front of Dalvin Cook. Unable to bring it in one-handed. So that's going to be 3rd and 5 now. The Vikings need to convert. So 3rd and 5 for the Vikings coming up. Snap back to Cousins, empty backfield. Finds Cook in space. And he's able to get the 1st down. It could have been more. He seemed to have a lot of space in front of him. Good tackle in the end. But that is a 1st down for the Vikings, exactly what they needed. And now into the Bills territory. So there's a good drag route across the middle from Dalvin Cook. Well, it was a good tackle in the end to bring him down because he had plenty of space in front of him. So now on the 36-yard line of the Bills. It's play action pass again for the... Oh, it's a terrible pass by Cousins. I don't know who he's thrown that to. Kirk Cousins. So play action. He seems to be under pressure. Turn back to his left and just release the ball. I don't know who he saw. The ball just didn't come out right, and he's thrown it straight to a Buffalo Bills defender who wasn't actually next to a Vikings player. Oh dear. It's not what the Vikings needed on this first possession. I feel if the Bills score on this possession, this could be game over. So 24-10 to the Bills. And now they're up around halfway with a chance to extend their lead even further. You feel a touchdown. And that could be it. The score date as well, the Giants have extended their lead now to 14-3 over the Houston Texans. And that's not going to do my fancy team any good. Kirk Cousins is in my fancy team, and now he's just thrown another interception. So after a fantastic start to this game for the Vikings, scoring a touchdown on their first drive from Cousins to Justin Jefferson, they've really struggled since. Had no answer for Josh Allen of the Buffalo Bills offense. But they're going to have to try and find an answer very, very quickly now, as you feel a touchdown here could be it. So here we go. The Bills are going to get the ball back with a chance to add to their lead. So first down for the Bills. Toss out to the right to Singletary. And he looks like he's gained a first down there before being dragged down. Got a flag on the play as well. So here we go. So it was a penalty on the Bills. So it's going to be 1st and 20 now, just outside their own 30. Empty backfield for Allen. Finds Diggs over the middle. And he's almost got the full 20 yards back.
Excellent.
Gains 19 yards.
Excellent yards after the catch, that one.
Excellent running by Stephon Diggs. After the catch, it's going to be up 2nd and 2. He's found space on a hitch route for a quick pass. Was able to fight all the way down for an 8. So to bring it to a 2nd and 2, so 18-yard gain. Handoff to Singletary on 2nd down, but it's going nowhere.
Well,
so it's 3rd and 1 coming up for the Bills. Vikings really need a stop. So halfway line. Takes a snap. Under pressure, Josh Allen. And he goes down for the sack, but there is a flag. Is that going to be against the offense or the defense? Big call on this one. But it was holding on offense. That'll be declined. It's going to bring up a punt for the Bills. Exactly what the Vikings needed. Good pressure on Josh Allen. And force him down. That's what they need to do. They need more pressure on Josh Allen. So it's going to be a punt for the Bills. And the punt is up. Collects at the 20-yard line of the Vikings. Forces his way back about 4 yards. So the Vikings will be starting from their own 25-yard line. And really, Kirk Cousins needs to shake off that interception quickly.
Come on. Good. Going time. Nice.
So 24-10 in our game. And the Vikings really need to get something going now on offense. Kirk Cousins needs to shake off that interception. And if they're going to get back into the game, they need to get points quickly. There's a score update as well. The Bears have extended their lead over the Lions now to 24-10. So as the Vikings come back out to start their second possession in this half, Kirk Cousins needs to calm down and find Justin Jefferson, find Adam Thielen, Hockenson. And they need to drive down and score some points on this drive. So here we go. Can the Vikings get back into this game? Starting on their own 23-yard line. Toss play out to the right. So Dalvin Cook, who is met in the backfield. Excellent tackle from Jackson. And that's going to be a loss of about 3 yards. Dalvin Cook had nowhere to go. So a 6-yard loss on that play. So 2nd and 16 for the Vikings. Snap back to Cousins. Pass to Hockenson. Only a short gain, though. That's going to be 3rd and long for the Vikings. Got to find a way to get Justin Jefferson open on this play. 3rd and 12. If they're unable to convert here, you think that the Buffalo Bills are going to get good field position to start their next drive. So 3rd and 12 from their own 20 for the Vikings. Snap back to Cousins. And he's converted. He's found Hockenson. He's found Hockenson for a 1st down. Excellent pass play and excellent catch from TJ Hockenson. Keeps the drive alive. And boy, did the Vikings need that. Quite soft coverage, actually. Cousins almost has the ball swiped. But it's 1st and 10 for the Vikings. Quick pass to Hockenson again. An excellent trade for TJ Hockenson from the Lions. Gives them another weapon on offense. So it brings up 2nd and 4 now for the Vikings, and they've got the ball rolling. They've got the ball moving downfield. Cousins changing the play on 2nd and 4. Play action pass. He's under pressure though, Cousins, and quickly finds Hockenson, but there's no gain to be found there. That's going to be up 3rd down. So another big play for the Vikings. Converted a big 3rd down already on this drive. Can they do it again? It's 3rd and 5. Clock is ticking down. It's 4 seconds. Snap back to Cousins. With whistles. There were whistles after he took the snap. Okay, so the Vikings call the timeout. Obviously concerned that the clock was running down. So I'll be up 3rd and 5 for the Vikings, needing another 3rd down conversion, another massive play coming up. So we got a big play coming up for the Vikings. 3rd and 5.
Washington off with a medical issue.
TJ Hawkinson's had to leave the field. I don't know if that's head injury related. It's not what the Vikings needed when they need when they're on 3rd and 5. Need Hawkinson out there. He's not.
Looks nervous.
Snap back to Cousins. He's got time to throw. Plenty of time. Fires over the middle. Excellent pass and catch over the middle. And it's a first down, but there's a flag. This could be coming back. And it is. It's holding on offense, so it's going to be a 10-yard penalty. That's going to make it 3rd and 15. He had a lot of time to throw there, Cousins. That's obviously why. Oof, just about fired it in there as well. It was a good catch by Osborne.
Didn't look that bad. Holding.
3rd and 15. The clock's down to 2 seconds. Gets the snap off. He's under pressure. Lofts it up in the air. Over the head of everybody. That's going to be up 4th and 15. So it's going to be a punt for the Vikings. We'll be disappointed after what looked like another 3rd down conversion got called back on the penalty. And Cousins took a big hit from Miller there. So the punt is up for the Vikings. It's a good punt as well. All the way to the 10 of the Bills. But he makes 2 players miss the returner before getting hammered down at the 20. So the Bills will start at their own 20-yard line. Up 24-10.
Nice. Oh, shit.
Well, that's going to be just showing you the Cardinals and Rams. It's going to be a very interesting game because both starting quarterbacks are out. So instead of Matthew Stafford against Kyler Murray, we've got both backups for both teams in that one. So that'll be an interesting divisional matchup, which could have great implications on the playoffs, actually. But both teams are going to be without their starting quarterbacks in that one.
Oh dear. Juju's out.
So just while we are at the game break, just to remind you, we had a video that we released last night about the game in Germany between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Seattle Seahawks. And we take a closer look at things that you need to know about Germany as well. Obviously, next year there will be another game held in Germany as well. So make sure that you check that out. The link to that video is in the comments up at the top. So please check that out as well. And if you haven't already, spike that subscribe button like Gronkowski and hit that like button like Henry. Thank you very much appreciated. So make sure you check that video out. And please, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button as well. So looking at this game as well, like the Buffalo Bills have obviously got the ball back on their own 20-yard line now. You feel the Vikings defense needs to make another crucial stop on this drive to keep this game alive. Feel another touchdown for the Bills, and this game could quite easily be over. So the Bills ready to start this drive. So we go for the Bills. On the 27-yard line. And run up the middle is stopped straight away. Great tackle by Kendricks, bringing Singletary down before he gets back to the line. Exactly what the Vikings need. Need a quick 3 and out, get the offense back on the field and try and get some points. If the defense can force a turnover, even better. So we go 2nd and 10 for the Bills. Another handoff up the middle to Singletary. Gains about 5 up the middle. Will bring up 3rd down.
Oh, Singletary looks injured.
Singletary looks hurt on the play, struggling to get back to his feet. It's going to be another injury timeout in our game. So just while we've got that injury timeout, let's take a look at the other scores in the early games. So, of course, the result in Germany earlier, the Buccaneers beat the Seattle Seahawks 21-16. After the Buccaneers got off to a fantastic start, the Seahawks almost came back in that one in the 4th quarter. The Bears have a 2-score lead. They lead the Detroit Lions 24-10 in their game. The Dolphins have extended their lead to 30-10 over the Cleveland Browns. The Dolphins are looking very good now. They've got Tua back. So Tua undefeated in games that he's started and finished. They've really got that offense rolling now and look very dangerous in the second half of this season. The Broncos lead 10-7 over the Titans. The Giants have added a field goal to extend their lead to 20-10 over the Houston Texans. The Kansas City Chiefs lead 20-10 also over the Jacksonville Jaguars. And it's all tied up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New Orleans Saints. Okay, so we're just coming out of the injury timeouts. 3rd and 5 for the Bills. Can the Minnesota Vikings get a stop in this one? Get the ball back. 3rd and 5. Oh, and it looks like they've made the Vikings jump. There is a flag. Is this going to be on offense or defense? A big call, this one. Looks like it is going to be against the defense. It's going to bring up a first down for the Bills. There it is. First down for the Bills. After the defense has worked so hard to stop the Bills, that was a bit of a freebie for them. So Darius Smith trying to get the jump on the play. So we go 1st and 10 now for the Bills. Can the Vikings get a stop? Snap back to Allen. Finds Diggs. Good spin move. And makes his way for a first down. Hard to stop that connection of Diggs to Josh Allen. I have to say I'm slightly happy about that because I have both those two in my fantasy team. So I'll be up 1st and 10 now for the Bills. Just play action pass. Great pass to Knox. That's a 20-yard gain for the Bills. This could be a backbreaker for the Vikings if they can't find a way to stop them here. A touchdown here. It's a long, long way back for the Vikings. So much space for Knox over the middle. So all the way to this. So it's on a 30-yard line of the Vikings. Snap back to Allen. Toss out to the left. Looking for a seam.
Nice block.
And it's good blocking. Good patient running as well. That's gained about 8 yards. It was good patient running by Cook. Looking for the blocks being set up in front of him. And gaining 8 yards. So I can bring up 2nd and 2 now for the Bills. Just outside the red zone. Snap back to Allen. Ball's battered at the line. And falls incomplete. Shakir was wide open to the right, but it was well battered down by the defensive line. 3rd and 2. Another big moment for this Vikings defense. Can they force a field goal attempt or can they force a turnover? Four for 7 on 3rd down conversions for the day. Snap back to Allen. It's going to be a run up the middle, but it is stuffed straight away by the Vikings defense. Well played. And that'll be up 4th and 2. Are the Bills going to go for the kill shots? Are they going to go for it here? Or are they going to kick the field goal? They are going to kick the field goal and look to extend it to a 3-score game. So Tyler Bass for a 40-yard field goal, dead center. Looks like a false start from the Bills. You hope that's on the Bills if you're a Vikings fan. If that's encroachment. It was on the Bills. If that had been on the Vikings and given them a first down. That makes it a 45-yard kick now for Tyler Bass. Pretty dependable kicker. Still dead center, 45 yards. And the kick is up. And it's straight down the middle. That's 3 more points for the Bills, and that takes the lead to 27-10 over the Vikings. It's starting to get to the time where the Vikings have to score touchdowns now. 27-10, the Buffalo Bills lead. Just get up to date with the scores in our other games then. So the Bears still lead the Detroit Lions in the NFC North matchup 24-10. The Browns have scored a touchdown, so now they've shortened the lead between them and the Dolphins to 30-16 now. So the Dolphins lead 30-16. A tight one between the Titans and Broncos. The Titans are down by 3. The Broncos lead 10-7 in that one. The Giants lead 21-10 over the Texans in their game. The Chiefs have scored another touchdown in their game, so now they lead 27-10 over the Jacksonville Jaguars. And it's all tied up, just starting the fourth quarter between the Steelers and the Saints. So it's 10-10 in that game, but the Steelers are lined up for a field goal attempt, so looking to take the lead in that one. So the Browns have scored the extra point as well. So now 30-17 in that game. 13 minutes left. The Dolphins lead 30-17. So in our game, the Bills will now be kicking back to the Vikings. The Vikings have to score a touchdown on this drive. That's it. They're starting to run out of time. Not finding too many answers to stop the Buffalo Bills on offense. They have to score a touchdown. They need to find a way into the end zone on this drive. Down 17 points and needing 3 scores. So the Bills are lined up to kick it back to the Vikings. The Bills kick off. And it's going to be returned. But he's tackled before he gets to the 20-yard line. So the Vikings will be starting this drive just inside their own 20. So what's Kirk Cousins, Justin Jefferson, Dalvin Cook, what have they got planned for this drive? Needing a touchdown to stay in this game. So after that first drive, Cousins has really struggled after throwing a touchdown to Jefferson on the first drive. He's thrown 2 interceptions since. So first down and 10. Handoff to Dalvin Cook. Good running by Cook. He's found open space. He's going. He's off to the races. This could be a touchdown. And it is from absolutely nowhere. The Vikings have scored a touchdown. Dalvin Cook, 82-yard run. And the Vikings are sort of back in this game. From absolutely nowhere, the Buffalo Bills defense has really stifled the Vikings. From absolutely nowhere, Dalvin Cook found a crease and completely outran the defense. 27-16. We have a game. Extra point is up and good. 27-17. There's life in this game yet. They're showing a replay of that. He only had one guy to beat. Excellent blocking up front. Once he'd beaten one, he just was able to outrun the rest of the secondary. It's a good block by Jefferson, which meant that Dalvin Cook only had to beat one cornerback, and then he was able to outrun the rest of the defense. So, can the Vikings now get a stop on defense? So the Vikings are lined up to kick it back to the Bills. Justin Jefferson there with shiny teeth. So the kick from the Vikings back to the Bills. It's a bouncing kick, collected at the 5-yard line, being returned. Makes 3 players miss and gets it just over the 25-yard line. So the Bills offense will be coming back out. So can the Vikings get a stop on defense? Can they force a turnover, which would be even better? And cut this Buffalo Bills lead to a 1-score game. So the Bills on their own 26-yard line. Snap back to Allen. It's going to be a pass play. Finds Stephon Diggs. And gains about 5 yards on that play. Empty backfield for Josh Allen now on 2nd and 5. And it's a pass out aimed towards Stephon Diggs. The fall's incomplete. 3rd and 5. Can the Vikings get a stop? Third and 5. A massive play in this game.
It goes to extra time. Josh Allen's arm might start with it.
So we go 3rd and 5 on their own 31-yard line for the Bills. Empty backfield. Josh Allen takes off with his legs and does what Josh Allen does. Finds a way. But there is a flag. Is that going to be holding? It looks like it's on the Bills. A lifeline again for the Vikings. It is. It's on the Bills. That's going to be a 10-yard penalty when Josh Allen picked up the first down. 3rd and 15 now. What a chance for the Vikings to get off the field. Just watch where Stephon Diggs is. Two danger men on this play. Stephon Diggs and Josh Allen running with his legs. Can the Vikings get off? Snap back to Allen. Empty backfield. Scrambles out to his right. Throws downfield. Oh, what a one-handed snag behind Stephon Diggs. Wow. Wow. Absolutely launched the ball. How has he caught that? One-handed Stephon Diggs launched by Josh Allen, reaching high up into the air. Stephon Diggs, he was on his own, but what a catch. It just completely stuck And that's a first down for the Bills. It's also the end of the third quarter. Okay, so just to get you up to date with some scores in the early games. The Lions have come back against the Bears. It's now tied at 24 apiece. They were 24-10 down in that game, and they've managed to pull it back to 24 each. The Dolphins still lead 30-17 in their game over the Browns. The Titans have come back from 10-0 down to be now leading in that game 14-10. Obviously, in our game, the Bills lead 27-17. The Giants 21-10 up against the Texans. The Chiefs 27-10 up against the Jaguars. And the Steelers lead 13-10 against the Saints. But they do also have the ball first and goal on the Saints 5-yard line as well. So they've got a chance to extend their lead in that one as well. So looking back in our game, an amazing one-handed catch from Stephon Diggs keeps the drive alive for the Bills. An absolutely amazing catch, reaching high up into the air and converts for the first down. Just as it looked like the Vikings might be gaining some momentum in this game, that could be the swing again back into the Buffalo Bills' favour. So as we go into the fourth quarter, the Bills hold a 27-17 lead over the Vikings. So we go on 1st and 10 for the Bills. It was a run again from Singletary, but there was no gain. So it's going to be up 2nd down. Vikings need to find a way to get a stop here. Stephon Diggs, 9 catches for 98 yards in this game. Snap back to Josh Allen. He's under pressure and he's brought down for the sack. Just what the Vikings needed. It's going to bring up 3rd and long. An excellent move and sack for the Vikings. 3rd and 16. Now watch Stephon Diggs. Do not let Stephon Diggs beat you if you're the Vikings here. Empty backfield for Josh Allen. Takes a snap. Time to throw. He's under pressure. He scrambles out to his right. Still looking downfield. Launches the ball and finds a wide open Gabriel Davis. How did he get that wide open? Oh, the safety's turned his back and given Gabriel Davis a free release. And that's another first down for the Buffalo Bills. So up to the Vikings 38-yard line now, 1st and 10. It's going to be a pass play for Josh Allen, thrown into the floor. He was under pressure. going to be 2nd and 10. Second and 10 for the Bills. It's a handoff up the middle.
Amazing.
Diving to gain extra yardage.
Good patience.
And that's Cook again. It's gained about 6 yards. It's going to be up 3rd and 4. The Bills are in field goal range now for Tyler Bass. 3rd and 3. Can the Vikings get off the field? Third and 3 for the Bills. Snap back to Josh Allen. It's going to be a pass play. Quick pass out to, yes, it's Stephon Diggs again. And that's going to be a 1st down for Diggs all the way down to the 15-yard line of the Vikings. Just as the momentum was with the Vikings, it seems to be petering away now with another 1st down for the Buffalo Bills all the way down to the 15-yard line into the red zone. A touchdown here would extend it back to a 3-score game. First and 10, snap back to Josh Allen. Quick pass out. It's an 8-yard gain. Quick pass to McKenzie. Should bring up 2nd and 2. So 2nd and 2 for the Bills. Inside the red zone on the 7-yard line of the Vikings. It's a play-action pass. There's going to be a screen pass to Dawson Knox, but it's snuffed out quite well by the Vikings there, so Josh Allen threw it into the floor. It's going to be 3rd and 2. Can the Vikings find a way to force a field goal attempt here and stay in the game? Would not be the worst result for the Vikings if they can. We'll keep it a 13-point game, a 2-score game. A touchdown. I think it's over. 3rd and 2 then. Clock ticking down, 3 seconds. Snap back to Josh Allen. Pass over the middle. It's incomplete. Is there any flags? No. 4th and 2. What do the Bills do? Do they kick or do they go for it?
Trying to make them jump, aren't they?
The offense is staying out there. This is ballsy if they go for it. So it's 4th and 2 on the Vikings 7-yard line. Are they going to go for it? They're going to try and make them jump. They have snapped it. They're going for it. Josh Allen with the ball. He's got time. Scrambles out to his right. He's got people in his face. He's thrown an interception in the end zone. The Vikings are returning it.
Good blocking.
And take it all the way back to the 35-yard line. The Vikings have got a chance in this game.
Yeah,
and Josh Allen down? Josh Allen is down on the ground. That is not what you want to see if you're a Buffalo Bills fan. So Josh Allen intercepted by Patrick Pearson. That pass never stood a chance, and now he's down on the ground, facing the ground. Wow. How the game can swing.
Go on.
So just showing A Justin Fields 70-yard touchdown run against the Lions. And a touchdown now for the Pittsburgh Steelers to extend their lead to 20-10 over the Saints. Didn't call that one. And the Giants still lead the Texans 21-10 after an interception in the end zone. It looks like a great game. There seems to be high-scoring games between the Lions and their opponents. Obviously, the Lions pulling off the win against the Green Bay Packers last week. But the Bears currently lead 30-24 in that one. Dolphins extended their lead to 33-17 over the Cleveland Browns.
It's only the Titans one. Sorry, only the Steelers one that I've got wrong.
Well, the talk of the Dolphins leading 33-17. Apparently, the crowd are shouting Tua MVP. Just before the season, I don't know how many Dolphins fans believed in Tua, but they certainly do now. So back in our game, got a question that called for Josh Allen to, I suppose it was fourth down, so he was trying to make a play. Either way, if it's incomplete, they still turn the ball over. So now the Vikings have the ball back. First down, handoff. Gains about a yard. But we certainly have a game.
Was there any camera on Josh Allen at all?
So Josh Allen seemed to hurt himself going to tackle Patrick Peterson, even though he was already down on the ground, Patrick Peterson. So second down, snap back to Kirk Cousins, pass out wide. Falls incomplete to Justin Jefferson. It's going to bring up 3rd and 9. Come on, Vikings. When the momentum's with you, you do not want to be giving this back to the Bills. It's a 10-point game, 2-score game. Vikings need a conversion. 3rd and 9. So 3rd and 9 on the 35-yard line. Under pressure. Finds Thielen over the middle, but they're a yard short. I think it's go time for the Vikings. I think they need to go for this. It should be 4th and 1. 4th and 1 for the Vikings, just inside their own half. They've got to go for it. You can't give Josh Allen and that Bills offense too many opportunities. Just over 9 minutes left in the game. It looks like it's going to be. They're going to have to time out. They're going to have to time out. There's only 1 second left on the play clock. Not good time management by the Vikings there. That's 2 timeouts they've burned already. Down 10. Those timeouts could be costly later in the game. So 4th and 1. Just over 9 minutes left for the Vikings. They need to convert this one. Stay in the game. So on their own 44-yard line for the Vikings. It's a quick sweep out to the right. Can he get the first? Oh my, it's so close. It's so close. Did he get over just before he went out of bounds? The referee's right on that side. They've given it. It's a first down. Wow. It looked like the Bills might get the stop there. On the sweep out to Osborne on the right. Makes one player miss. Fights. He's getting stopped. And right at the end, he steps over. They've given the first down. It's 1st and 10. And the play's in the books now. Time for Cousins. Poor pass from Cousins over the middle to Dalvin Cook. Maybe they're just happy to get that play in the book. 2nd and 10 now for the Vikings. But they are still alive in this game. Score points on this drive, it makes it a 1-score game. So 2nd and 10 for the Vikings. On the 45-yard line. Quick pass out right to Osborne. Good blocking up front. He's able to gain about 6 yards on that play before he steps out of bounds. But it does bring up another very important 3rd down.
Is he hobbling as he comes on?
It looks like we might have an injury timeout here for the Bills. So 3rd and 4 for the Vikings. You feel like it is 4th down territory for them now. They need points on this drive.
Were you watching that? I think so. Not watching QB2 and QB2.
Yeah, QB2 supreme matchup. It's 3rd and 4 for the Vikings. It's a quick handoff to Dalvin Cook. He's under pressure and he's stopped before he gets to the line. It's going to bring up 4th down. They're going to have to go for it on 4th down, but it's a much longer 4th down this time. I think it's going to have to be a pass play. Just over 7 minutes left in the game. It was great play by Oliver.
Let's keep hold of his leg. It's good.
Here we go. 4th and 6 for the Bills and for the Vikings. You feel like they have to convert it. And he's found Hawkinson.
Wow. That.
This is absolutely fired in by Kirk Cousins there. Finds the newly acquired Hawkinson. And that is why you go out and trade. And what they actually traded the Detroit Lions for Hawkinson is slightly criminal, really. They've gained a massive weapon for giving up not that much, actually. 1st and 10. That's why you go and get a guy like him. 1st and 10 now, just over 6 minutes. Snap back to Cousins. Time to throw, plenty of time. Lost the passing to nobody. I'm not sure who he's passing to. It's like the interception.
Should have run, man.
Can the Vikings score a touchdown on this drive and bring it to within 3? So 2nd and 10. Osborne in motion, snap back to Cousins. Got loads of time. He's got lots of time. And he's found a wide open Adam Thielen on the sideline. That's a 1st down. Here we go. Excellent play by Cousins there. Bootleg out to the right and found Adam Thielen wide open on the sideline for a 1st down. And that puts the Vikings into the red zone. 1st and 10. Snap back to Cousins. And he takes off. He's still going. Lowers his shoulder. You don't see Cousins do that too many. He thinks he's doing his own Josh Allen impression there. Lowers his shoulder and takes it all the way down to the 2-yard line of the Bills. Wow. You like to see that from your quarterback. He's putting his body on the line all the way down to the 2-yard line of the Bills. Can the Vikings punch it in here? Just under 5 minutes left. Opportunity to cut the lead to only 3 points if they get in here. Lofted pass from Cousins. Lot of grabbing. Lofted pass to Jefferson in the corner. Goes over the head. Jefferson wants the flag. There's a lot of grabbing. You've seen him given. Maybe it's good defending that. 2nd and goal from the Bills' 3-yard line.
Surely
they need to get in. They don't want to come away just a field goal here. Oh, it was a fake. Yes, it was a fake. It was a fake sweep to Thielen and a handoff to the fullback, Ham. And it's a touchdown for the Vikings. This game is alive. There's a fake handoff to Thielen on this jet motion and a handoff to Ham up the middle, who forces his way into the end zone. If Joseph can keep this ball through, we have a 3-point game. What a comeback by the Vikings.
Whoa!
Oh, he's hit the post. Oh, no. Oh.
And you lost the game for Joseph.
Oh. Just when they had a chance to pull it within a field goal and Joseph's hit the bar. Oh, what a disappointment.
It's no wind. It's a crap kick.
What a disappointment for the Vikings. So the Bills lead 27-23 over the Vikings after the Vikings drove all the way down the field and looked like they were going to cut the lead to just 3 points, just a field goal lead. But then the kicker, Joseph, kicked the extra point against the post. That makes it so the Vikings have to get a stop now and then have to go down and score a touchdown.
Are they going to do some ridiculous onside kick?
I don't think so at this point.
I hate onside kicks.
Just to keep you updated in some scores in the other games, some crazy games in the other games. The Lions have come back and taken the lead over the Chicago Bears. They now lead 31-30 in that game. The Bears have got the ball. It's at the 2-minute warning. The Dolphins lead 39-17 now, absolutely dominating that game over the Cleveland Browns. The Titans still lead 14-10 over the Broncos in their game. 10 minutes left in that. 27-23 in our game. The New York Giants lead 21-10 over the Houston Texans. The Chiefs lead 27-17 over the Jaguars. And the Steelers lead 20-10 over the New Orleans Saints. It's inside 2 minutes now. It looks like the Steelers are going to come away with a win in that one. So can the Vikings pull off the improbable here and get a stop against the Bills again and go down, score a touchdown for the win? We should have a fantastic finish in this one. Just over 4.5 minutes left.
Those timeouts could make a difference now.
Yeah, the fact that the Vikings have had to burn 2 of their timeouts in this half could come back to haunt them if the Bills manage to make a couple of first downs. It's a short kick, returnable, and Jackson makes it back past the 25-yard line. 2 first downs here, and this game's over. Can the Vikings force a 3-and-out and have the opportunity to go down and score a touchdown to win this game? Snap back to Josh Allen. Quick pass out left to Singletary. Doesn't make it back to the line. That's going to bring up 2nd and 10 for the Bills. Are they feeling a bit nervy now? The Bills will look to take as much time off the clock as they possibly can. 2 first downs and this game is over. Second and 10. Empty backfield for Josh Allen, so it's a pass play, unless he takes off with his legs. There is a flag. Is that a false start? I think it is. That will stop the clock, and it will make a 2nd and 15 for the Bills now. So 2nd and 15 for the Bills. Inside their own 25-yard line, empty backfield. Josh Allen takes a snap. Throws incomplete, which stops the clock again. The Vikings will be happy with that. 3 minutes, 40 seconds, and it's 3rd and 15. What a comeback this would be for the Vikings if they can get a stop here and a chance to go down and score a touchdown to win this game. Here we go, 3rd and 15. Watch where Stephon Diggs is my top tip to the Vikings here. Empty backfield. Got time to throw. He's looking for Diggs. It's fallen incomplete. Diggs is unable to pull it in. 4th and 15. It's going to have to be a punt for the Bills. The Vikings have a chance. Stephon Diggs was the target and should have caught it. You expect Stephon Diggs to pull in that one.
Should have just used one hand.
It's a punt for the Bills. The punt gets off. It's a fair catch. Oof, it almost goes over his head. Fair cut at the 25-yard line of the Vikings. So here we go. Vikings, what have you got? You've got just over 3 minutes left in the game. 1 timeout, the 2-minute warning. Down by 4. Can you do it? Playing from behind for the majority of this game and now have a chance to go up. They do need a touchdown after that missed extra point on the last touchdown. They would have only needed a field goal to tie this game, but now they have to score a touchdown to take the lead in this game. First and 10 for the Vikings. Snap back to Cousins. Scrambles to his right. Misses up. Wow. Looked like it could have been an interception from Kirk Cousins, but finds Osborne on the sideline. Oh, it's just out the reach of the Bills defender. It was good play by Cousins in the end. On first look, it looked like he could have been intercepted. 2nd and 5. Snap back to Cousins. He finds Thielen over the middle. And that's a first down. Clock ticking. Just under 3 minutes now. 1st and 10 on their own 35-yard line for the Vikings, needing a touchdown. Snap back to Cousins. Plenty of time to throw. He's got pressure from behind now, though. And he's brought down.
Clock still ticks, does it?
The clock is still going on the sack. There's a sack by Basham. 2nd and 13. Empty backfield for Cousins. Time to throw. Tries to find Hawkinson, but it's dropped. And that's going to be 3rd and 13. The Vikings have to convert on this drive. They've only got 1 timeout, so if the Bills get the ball back, that's game over.
2-minute warning.
The Vikings have to convert on these next 2 plays. Third and 13. He's under pressure. And it's a sack on Cousins. It's going to be up 4th down. I think they'll let this run to the 2-minute warning and try and come up with a play that's going to gain massive yardage.
20 yards at least. It's going to be 4th and 18.
It was Miller that got there first and brings Cousin down before he's finished off with the rest of the Bills defense.
God, she's worse than me. Oh, shit. 1 minute. Go on, Justin. Oh.
So we're at the 2-minute warning with the Vikings needing a conversion on 4th down and 4th and long. As well, just to give you an update on the other scores, the Lions have beaten the Bears 31-30. The Dolphins have beaten the Cleveland Browns 39-17. The Titans still lead 14-10 over the Broncos with just over 6 minutes left. The Giants lead 21-13 over the Texans, just over 2 minutes left in that one. The Chiefs lead 27-17, just over a minute left in that game. And the Steelers have beaten the Saints 20-10. So what can the Vikings draw up to get a first down on 4th and long to keep this game alive? If the Bills get a stop here, that is game over. The Vikings only have one timeout left. So here we go, 4th and 18 for the Vikings. Snap back to Cousins. He's going deep. And it's into...
No, Jefferson's got his hand.
How is Jeff... What? 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 How has he caught that? No.
Don't touch the floor.
The Bills player has kept it up in the air there. Wow. Jefferson has somehow pulled off the... Speechless. I don't know how Jefferson's pulled that in. Jefferson gets his hand up in between the Bills defender and somehow he's coming down. The Bills defender, I think, is keeping the ball off the ground, which helps Jefferson to then pull it in.
No, Bills are getting a bit stroppy. Cost them.
I don't know how he's pulled that in.
They've just had a 15-yard.
And then this 15-yard unnecessary roughness penalty against the Bills as well for throwing Thielen after he was out of bounds. It brings up 1st and 10 for the Vikings inside the red zone. What a win this would be for the Vikings if they come back. Just 1 minute and 18 seconds left. The Vikings need a touchdown. Snap back to Cousins. Look at end zone. Oh, what a catch again, Jefferson. If they win this game, Jefferson is MVP. What a catch by Jefferson again. Takes them inside the 5-yard line. Taking the hit up in the air and comes down with it. 1st and goal.
How did he get open?
1st and goal for the Vikings inside the 5-yard line. Are the Bills going to start taking timeouts now? They need to conserve some time to potentially go down to tie the game. What a game we've got. That is insane, that catch. I think the Bills defenders helped him out.
He did amazing to get it off. Guy had 2 hands on it and he had 1 hand in the air.
But I think because the Bills defender were trying to intercept it, he's kept the ball up off the ground. 1st and goal for the... Oh, and Kirk Cousins has stumbled on the handoff. Happened right at the start of the game, though.
And then he got trampled on.
I don't know if Cousins got his foot stepped on again. It is. Right at the start of the game, the right guard of the Vikings stepped on Cousins' foot, and as he tried to turn, he stumbled. It's just happened again. So it'll be 2nd and goal from the 5-yard line.
At least he didn't drop it like he did at first.
Just over a minute left in this game. 2nd and goal. 1 timeout for the Bills. You imagine, see, they can't run the ball now, Vikings, because otherwise they risk not getting close enough. You feel they're going to throw the ball. It's a pass play for Cousins. Time to throw. Way too high. Way too high. Looking for Jefferson in the end zone.
Put 3 people on Jefferson.
It could be a 3rd and goal with 1 minute left. 2 chances for the Vikings to get in. There's some grabbing in the end zone. If the throw would have been better from Cousins, he might have been given that call. It's a bad throw. Whose timeout was that?
It's a medical timeout.
It's 3rd and goal for the Vikings from the 7-yard line. 3rd and goal, 1 minute left. Snap back to Cousins. And he's hit Jefferson. Is he in? Is he in? He's in for the touchdown. The Vikings have taken the lead with 54 seconds left.
Is he not going to do the gritty?
Cousins to Jefferson. The Vikings somehow have come back in this game and now lead. As he caught it, I think he's caught it as he got into the end zone. Was he in? Wobbly pass. Oh, was he in? If we're going to have a look at this, did Jefferson get in? His knees down as he catches it, which you feel is going to be half a yard short. The knee is down. He's half a yard short. It's going to be 4th and goal, this. From the half-yard line.
This is literally down to the wire.
What a finish. Wow, it's 4th and goal. 4th and goal from the half-yard line.
I hope they get in, and I reckon the Bills will still win.
Fourth and goal from the half-yard line. Can they get in? Can the Vikings get in? Cousins is looking like he's throwing. He's found. Oh, Cook's dropped it. Cook's dropped it.
There's a flag.
There is a flag. Oh, Cook was wide open and somehow dropped it. He had an easy catch and walk into the end zone. It's offside on the defense. It's not an automatic first down, though. It's just going to edge the ball an inch closer to the line.
Oh, I thought he jumped early.
Dalvin Cook, had he caught the ball there,
they could have declined the penalty and won.
The ball is right next to the... He's going for it. He's got himself. I think he's got in. I think he's got in on the sneak. There's no... It says not in. Cook's gone for the sneak. So Cousins gone for the sneak. Surely Cousins has got in there before he went down. Surely.
Well, use your last time out to challenge it, surely.
It's in the 2-minute warning. They'll check anyway. Surely. Before he goes down, surely he's in.
No, I don't think he is. He goes sideways.
Wow, what drama at the end. He needs tiny inches. Cousins on the sneak, looking for the push from behind. We need the view from the other side. This view's no good. God, where is the ball?
I can't see the ball. The ball is there. It's sticking out on top of his helmet, is it? No. He's nowhere near.
He's short. I think he's short.
Shoulder down. Ball's nowhere near.
He didn't extend the ball. I think he's short. Cousins did not extend the ball as he's going down. If he'd extended the ball, he'd have been in. But the Bills, if they do have the ball, the Bills will be starting from their own inches line. The booth is still reviewing this. I think he's short. 44 seconds left. The Vikings can only stop the clock once. Had Kirk Cousins extended the ball out, it would have been a touchdown.
Ham was a bit late pushing him, I think.
And he is short. The referees have said that he's short. An excellent stop by the Bills defense. (27-23).
Do they have to get it out away from their end zone, or can they just knee?
They'll not be able to knee. They'll not be able to knee from here. They've got the ball on their own inches line. So here we go.
Blitz.
The Bills. I don't think they've made it. I think that's a safety. Oh, have they fumbled it? No way. It's a touchdown to the Vikings. What? They fumbled. The Bills have fumbled the snap. Oh, what?
This is
What? What? The Bills on their own inches line have somehow fumbled the snap, looking for a sneak to try and get the clock going, and the Vikings have recovered it in the end zone. Unbelievable.
Maybe they should have taken a safety, shouldn't they?
The commentators are just saying they'd been better taking a safety. Well, let's have a look. Josh Allen never got hold of the snap. The ball is out, bouncing around right on the end zone line. Unbelievable. It's now being reviewed. Unbelievable.
You couldn't make that up, could you?
So still under review this play. But what a crazy turn of events that would be. Kirk Cousins unable to get in from the inches line. And now the Bills, trying to get the clock going on a sneak, have somehow fumbled the ball in their own end zone, and the Vikings recovered. They would have been better taking a safety there and kicking the ball deep. Josh Allen never had the ball in his hands from the snap. And then it was just a complete pile-on in the end zone. I don't know how obviously the Vikings came out with the ball. It is a touchdown. Now, Joseph, you don't miss this extra point. Do not miss this extra point, Joseph. He missed his last one by hitting the right upright. And he's straight down the middle this time. Wow. 30-27, but the Bills have 40 seconds to get into field goal range. That's more than doable with Josh Allen and this offense.
This is amazing. Come on. My phone's died, by the way.
Wow, what a change of events. The Vikings looked like they were going to score a touchdown to take the lead, only to get stopped on the inches line on 4th down. And then on 1st down, with just 50 seconds left on the clock, the Bills fumble it in their own end zone.
I don't know what they were thinking. What happened?
I think the Bills were just trying to take the just trying to sneak. They were trying to sneak just to get the clock going, and have been stopped. Right, so the Vikings are lined up to kick back to the Bills. 41 seconds. It's going to be returned from the 5-yard line. And he gets stopped about the 21-yard line. There's 36 seconds. The Bills have no timeouts. The Bills that have led for the majority of this game since that first possession for the Vikings. And now they've got 36 seconds to get down the field to score at least a field goal to tie. Empty backfield for Josh Allen. Plenty of time. Short pass to Dawson Knox. 1st down. Runs out of bounds. 29 seconds left. Bit easy from the Vikings defense there.
How good's their kicker?
It's at home for Tyler Bass. Tyler Bass has got a good leg. What a crazy finish to this game. Empty backfield for Josh Allen. Lofted again to Dawson Knox, and they've given him another 8 yards. They're up near midfield now. The Vikings defense are really backing off and giving the Bills a chance to get out of bounds and stop the clock. You know, the Bills probably only need another 20 yards now to give Tyler Bass a chance to kick this, and there's not that much wind. You feel the Vikings have backed off a little too much in this one.
God, this is tense, isn't it?
It's not even our team. So the Bills on their own 40-yard line. need about 20 to 25 yards to give Tyler Bass a real chance at kicking a game-tying field goal. No timeouts for the Bills. No timeouts for the Vikings. 24 seconds left. Can the Bills get into field goal range? Snap back to Allen. He's found Gabriel Davis. As he caught it. They've given the catch. It's a first down. It's about, 15 yards?
Oh,
1,
definitely.
2. He's definitely caught it. He's out of bounds as well. He stopped the clock. They're at the 40-yard line. The ball snapped again. Josh Allen, quick pass out wide. McKenzie. Oh, my. Vikings, what are you doing? The Bills are on the 25-yard line already of the Vikings.
Oh, God, this is so tense.
There's 11 seconds left. The Bills have got no timeouts, though, so they've got to be careful. But they are in field goal range now.
No, that was a good catch.
How much do the Bills risk it now? They are in field goal range, comfortably in field goal range. 11 seconds left. They cannot afford a play inbounds to keep the clock going here. It's out of bounds or nothing. There's a flag. There's pass interference, but there's pass interference. It's going to be against the Vikings. It's going to stop the clock. It's going to be on the 10-yard line, but there are only 5 seconds left. Do you go for it, or do you kick the field goal? There's only 5 seconds left. It's going to be on about this 10, 9, 8-yard line of the Vikings, but they've only got 5 seconds, no timeouts.
It doesn't matter. They've snapped that.
Oh, that's not a catch, that. It's
matter.
too late. It's in the books now. But look, there's no way he's got that. The Bills are lined up to kick a field goal, to tie it, to take it to overtime.
You're going to need to lie down after this.
I know. And the kick, ace up, and it's good.
Oh, my God.
The Bills have tied it. What a comeback. 40 seconds left, and the Bills get into field goal range. 30 apiece, and this game's going to overtime, barring some sort of craziness in this last 2 seconds.
Well, it's not been any craziness in this game so far, so you know. Wow, what a game.
30-30 in our game. What a game. Our game is going to overtime.
Really just knee.
I thought so, 2 seconds. Yeah, you're not making much from 2 seconds, are you?
I don't know. You could snap it and throw a Hail Mary, could you? What have you got to lose?
Don't me. And they take the knee. This game's going to overtime.
Oh, you haven't got another quiz ready. Or did it start training?
Who's passes it the last?
Shit, I don't know if I can get.
So we've got the game going to overtime. The Vikings have fought all the way back to then incredibly lead 30-27 just for the Bills to work their way down into field goal range to tie the game up 30-30. So here we go. Overtime. It's the coin toss. Tails for the Vikings. It is tails. The Vikings are going to receive from the Bills. The Vikings will possess the ball first. What a crazy game. The Vikings took a 7-0 lead on their first possession, but since then it was all the Bills. All the way to the fourth quarter where the Bills came back in this one. And the Vikings somehow, having failed on a 4th and goal from the inches line after a fumbled snap in their own end zone, giving a touchdown to the Vikings. And they're taking a 3-point lead with 40 seconds left. The Bills somehow, with no timeouts, work all the way down the field, score the field goal to take it to overtime. The Vikings have got the ball first, though, in overtime. Remember, touchdown ends it. A field goal or a stop, and the Bills will possess the ball. What a game we've had here. You've got to feel that the Vikings really backed off in that last 30, 40 seconds and gave the Bills too many opportunities to catch those shorter passes and get out of bounds.
He's just showing off that.
So let's see. Can the Minnesota Vikings pull off the win? The Vikings will get the ball first in overtime. What a crazy game. The Bills are lined up ready to kick. The Bills are lined up ready to kick to the Vikings in overtime. Here we go. The ball is into the back of the end zone, so the Vikings will start with the ball on their own 25-yard line.
Come on, Bill.
So here we go. The Vikings just showing a replay of the fact that Gabriel Davis's diving catch, was definitely an incomplete as well, not challenged by the booth, and therefore allowed the Bills a chance to keep the field goal to tie. So 1st and 10 for the Vikings from their own 25-yard line. Hand off to Dalvin Cook. Find some space. Excellent running, and it's a 1st down for the Vikings. Fantastic running there from Dalvin Cook. Brings up a 1st down and a great start in overtime for the Vikings. So the Vikings win with a touchdown. Anything else, and the Bills will get a chance to possess the ball. So we go 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line now for the Vikings. There's a handoff again to Dalvin Cook. Space up the middle. Makes a couple of moves. Dives towards the first down. I think he's just short. Just short of the first down. He's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
Oh, it's nerve-wracking. I'm glad this isn't the Patriots.
So 2nd and 1 for the Vikings in overtime. It's play action pass from Cousins. Launched out to the left. Did he get his feet in, Jefferson? Yeah. He did get his feet in. It's a 1st down for the Vikings. Inside Buffalo territory now. Great catch by Jefferson on the sideline. So 1st and 10 now for the Vikings. And there's a flag. It's a false start against the Vikings. So that'll bring up 1st and 15 now. First and 15 for the Vikings, just inside the Bills' territory. Snap back to Cousins. Puts his head down. Wobbly pass. Is it backwards? If that was a backward pass, that was well done by Dalvin Cook to dive on it there. That was a live ball. Was it a backwards pass? Oof. I don't think it was a backwards pass to begin with. I don't know if it was the deflection or the wind, but they've given it a backwards pass. So it's now 2nd and 22 for the Vikings. Back inside their own territory now. Snap back to Cousins. Lost the ball up in the air. Is that got to be a flag? It has to be a flag against the Bills. Justin Jefferson hit way off the ball. That's going to be a 1st down. That's pass interference. It's going to be a 1st down for the Vikings. Bills player never got his head round and ran straight into Jefferson and knocked him over. I'm not sure if Jefferson would have pulled it in anyway. It seemed to be falling back anyway. It seemed quite high as well. But that's a 1st down for the Vikings. On the Buffalo 36, 1st and 10, toss left to Dalvin Cook. Makes one player miss. Up the middle, and that's a 1st down.
Jesus Christ.
1st down for the Vikings. The Vikings have found life on offense.
Dalvin Cook, 30 yards.
The Vikings are already in field goal range. Remember, a touchdown wins the game. So on the 26-yard line of the Bills, the Vikings. Bills send pressure. Lofted pass from Cousins. Incomplete. Incomplete.
It's going
to be a 2nd and 10.
Playoffs, have they?
Yeah. So 2nd and 10 for the Bills. 2nd and 10 now for the Vikings on the Bills' 26-yard line. It's a handoff to Dalvin Cook. Stutter move. Gets stuffed at the line. It's just got the feelings of a playoff game in this one.
At least gets 40 quid if the Vikings win. Super Bowl. Bet on by accident.
The 3rd and 10 now for the Vikings. Already in field goal range. But we'll want to end this game now on this possession. Clock ticking around 6 minutes. 3rd and 10. Vikings on the 26-yard line. There's a timeout for the Vikings. What a finish. What a finish we've got in this one. So, just to give you a quick score update while we're at that timeout, the Lions beat the Chicago Bears 31-30 earlier. The Dolphins beat the Cleveland Browns 39-17. The Titans beat the Broncos 17-10. The Giants beat the Houston Texans 24-16. The Chiefs beat the Jaguars 27-17. And the Steelers won 20-10 over the Saints. So, 3rd and 10 for the Vikings. On the 26-yard line, snap back to Cousins. Throws for the end zone. He's caught it! Is that Jefferson has caught it on the 2-yard line of the Bills? Well, you've just got to... He's been grabbed the entire route and still catches it on the 2-yard line. What a great catch and throw by the Vikings there. And they're set up on the 2-yard line of the Bills.
I don't feel it win.
1st and goal. Hand off to Dalvin Cook out to the right. He's stuffed. That is a 3-yard loss on that play. It's going to be up a 2nd and goal. The Bills were all over that one.
2 more attempts.
You think that the Vikings, they'd be gutted if they didn't put this in for a touchdown now, having been on this 2-yard line. The Vikings score a touchdown here. The game is over. What a comeback win that would be. The Vikings were down 3 scores in this game. Cousin takes a snap. He's under pressure and he's sacked.
Oh, my God. This game.
And he's just lost 10 yards on the play as well. That's going to bring up 3rd and goal from the 15.
Look at that, the way he powered through. The Oliver.
Yes, Oliver again. Straight up the middle. 3rd and 15. So 3rd and goal, from the 15. Just under 4 minutes left. How conservative or how aggressive do the Vikings go now? Snap back to Cousins. Goes for the end zone. Nowhere near anyone. And they're going to have to kick the field goal now. There's no choice. They're going to have to kick the field goal. Josh Allen will have a chance to possess the ball. The Vikings had the ball on the 2-yard line, 1st and goal in overtime with a chance to win.
Oh, my God. Unbelievable.
Just got to say thank you to the fans here because the fans voted for us to do a live stream of this game. So thank you, fans. The kick is up for the field goal and it's through from Joseph. The Vikings take a 33-30 lead, but the Bills do get a chance to possess the ball in overtime. What a game.
Chiefs guy looks like William Sadler.
33-30 to the Vikings in overtime. What a game we have. The Vikings were down in the second half at 1 point, 3 scores. They were down 17 points in the third quarter, and they brought it back to a point where they were actually leading 30-27 with only 40 seconds left of regular time. And the Buffalo Bills were able to drive down with no timeouts to kick a field goal to tie the game, take it to overtime. The Vikings, possessing the ball in overtime, worked the ball all the way down to the 2-yard line of the Buffalo Bills, stuffed on their first down run. Kirk Cousins sacked on second down, bringing up third down and goal from the 15, and then unable to convert there, unable to find the end zone on an incomplete, having to kick the field goal. Now lead by 3 points, and the Bills will have a chance to possess the ball to either go down the field to tie the game or win the game in overtime. There's only 3 minutes and 42 seconds left in overtime in this one. What a fantastic game we've had. So the Vikings are lined up to kick the ball back to the Bills. And the kick is up. It is returnable inside the 5-yard line. And he manages to make it back, Johnson, all the way to the 27-yard line of the Bills. And that's where Josh Allen and the offense will start. So Josh Allen and the Bills come out with a chance to either tie the game or win the game in overtime. Just over 3.5 minutes left. Josh Allen sets off with his feet, still going. Lowers his shoulder again and gets the first down. Gains 16 yards on the first down run.
He broke the tackles.
Such a hard man to bring down. Breaks off one tackle, lowers his shoulder after getting the first down to gain an extra 3 or 4 yards there. So many other quarterbacks in this league would have taken the sack. But somehow, Josh Allen turns it into a 16-yard gain. 1st and 10 now for the Bills. Time for Josh Allen. Scrambles out to his left. Sets off with his legs again. Makes the first down. Lowers his legs again.
God, he's like Thanos.
So hard to bring down.
I'll do this myself.
Still keeps going. And they are already, the Bills, in field goal range for Tyler Bass to tie the game. Already. So already inside the 35-yard line of the Vikings.
You can't ask for more than that, can you?
Just over 2 minutes left in overtime. Snap back to Josh Allen on first down. Low pass. Finds Stephon Diggs for about a 7-yard gain. And that'll take us down to the 2-minute warning in overtime. (33-30) to the Vikings in overtime, but the Bills are driving. It's going to get to that point in this game, surely, whether the Bills have to choose potentially between kicking a field goal to tie this game or going for the touchdown. What a game, what a finish. In a game that could potentially be a Super Bowl matchup in February, this one. with how these two teams have performed this season. And if we had a Super Bowl that turned out like this one, I think everybody as a neutral would be very happy. So 2nd and 3 for the Bills. Snap out. Quick pass to Stephon Diggs. It's a first down. Takes the ball inside the 20-yard line. First down for the Bills. The clock is ticking. They do have 2 timeouts. So we go 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line of the Vikings. Snap back to Josh Allen. Looks for the end zone. It's knocked down. Looked like Dawson Knox was going to catch it just inside the end zone, but gets the ball knocked down. Excellent defense there. Looked like a surefire touchdown there, but excellent defending, getting his arm inside to knock the ball away. 2nd and 10 from the 20-yard line. 1 minute and 19 seconds left for the Bills. Snap back to Allen. Looking end zone again. He's picked off. The game is over. The game is over. He's thrown an interception. Josh Allen has thrown an interception in the end zone. The game is over. The Vikings win. What a play. But Patrick Peterson has already picked off Josh Allen in this game in the end zone, has done it again. It looks like Josh Allen thinks that Gabriel Davis is inside Patrick Peterson, but he's not. Patrick Peterson steps inside Gabriel Davis in the end zone and steps right into the pass from Josh Allen.
Wow.
What a game, and the crowd cannot believe it in Orchard Park. Josh Allen slams his helmet to the ground, and the Vikings pull off the incredible victory, having trailed 3 scores in the second half, pulling it back to somehow lead just before the end of the game. The Buffalo Bills, worked their way down to tie the game just before the end of regulation. And in overtime, the Vikings worked their way down the field, kicked the field goal, and stopped Josh Allen on the offense with an interception from Patrick Peterson in the end zone. And that is the game. The Vikings win the game 33-30. What a victory for the Vikings. And now they have to be counted as legitimate Super Bowl contenders in this one. What a win and what a game. And again, thank you to the fans, again, that voted for us to do a live stream of this game. As a neutral, a fantastic game in this one. As a Patriots fan as well in this one, the Vikings coming out on top does help the Patriots' chances as well. Miami Dolphins fans will be very happy as well, now leading in that division. So, just to finish off with, thank you so much for watching. If you have stayed with us this entire game, just to remind you, our latest episode of and our latest video is on our channel. We released it yesterday, focused on the Germany game between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Seattle Seahawks. The link to that video is in the comments. Please make sure that you click on that, watch that. Also, make sure before you do finish, fight that subscribe button like Gronkowski and hit that like button like Henry. We really, really appreciate that. And thank you so much for joining us. If you joined us throughout the stream, and we'll see you next time.